Hello, hello, hello. Try hard, Brawl Stars. Are you try harding? Still 12 minutes remaining. Yeah, it started, but if show you my predictions, you can see right here. Like I have chosen SJ, Humble, Crazy Raccoon, and Rival Esports. And even if everything is wrong, I can actually get the 500 points very easily with the help of MVPs and other stuff. मैंने सारी एनर्जी के पैक्स खोल दिए। चारिज़ार्ड एक्स और ब्लास्टर्स एक्स मिले। चारिज़ार्ड तो ठीक है, जब तक वो 4 मिलियन नहीं मिलेगा वो उसको यूज नहीं कर सकते। उससे भी पहले 4 मिलियन मिलने से पहले भी वो भी है ना, क्या नाम है उसका, 4 मिलियन का उससे भी पहले क्या फॉर्म है। चार मेंढर, हाँ 4 मेंढर जब तक नहीं मिलेगा, 4 मिलियन नहीं बनेगा, 4 मिलियन नहीं होगा तो फिर चारिज़ार्ड नहीं बनेगा। उसके दोनों के बिना तो वो यूज ही नहीं कर सकते। कि ऐसा कोई ऑप्शन है नहीं ना डायरेक्ट यूज करने का। हेलो प्रणव, व्हाट्सएप। पिंसर डेक दिया है फ्री में, वही यूज कर रहा हूँ अभी तो। मेरे को कौन सा दिया है? मेरा तो देखा ना तुमने कौन सा दिया है। और वो क्या इजी वाला नाम तुम्हारा ही था क्या, जिसको फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजी थी? तुम्हारा ही होगा भाई, ट्राई हार्ड। नहीं देखा मैंने। शो प्रेडिक्शन आ रहा है, अभी तो दिखाया तो लो भाई, फिर से देख लो। लो, दिख गया होगा स्क्रीन के ऊपर। स्क्रीन के ऊपर ये रहा। सोचा इस गेम में ट्राई हार्ड ना करूं, वाह। हेलो ब्रॉली ब्रॉल। हाँ इजी मेरा ही नाम है। सही है, इसलिए इजी गोइंग, हाँ इजी गोइंग। और इसी पे एक ये भी कर ही दे फिर। फर्स्ट मैंने जीटा को किया, जीटा फॉरएवर। बढ़िया, देखते हैं क्या होता है। चारिज़ार्ड मेरा मस्त वाला है, मैंने प्रोफाइल पे लगाया है शोकेश में, और क्या बात है। एसके हम्बल रकून और टोटन। अरे भाई, चारिज़ार्ड मेरे पास भी है, वो भी एक्स वाला जैसे तुम्हारे पास है, सेम टू सेम मेरे पास भी है। बट जैसा कि मैंने बताया, फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ, 4 मेंढर 4 मिलियन, जब तक ये दोनों नहीं मिलेंगे वो चारिज़ार्ड तक तुम जिंदगी में नहीं पहुंचोगे। बाय, देख मैं जा रहा लाइव। ओके, बाय बाय। अभी चालू हुआ नहीं है वैसे, फिर भी क्या देखने जा रहे हो पता नहीं मेरे को। 4 मेंढर है मेरे पे, 4 मिलियन खरीद लूं? कहाँ मिल रहा भाई? लाओ मुझे बताओ, मैं भी खरीदता हूँ। पैसे से आ रहा हो तो नहीं खरीद, फ्री में हो तो बताओ। 10 बार रेंट डे की यूज कर सकते वैसे। अरे हाँ, ये फायर की जो जैसे एनर्जी है वो कैसे चार्ज होती है? फायर वाली एनर्जी तो आ ही नहीं रही थी, वो तो फाइट वाली एनर्जी दे रहा था। मेरे को फायर एनर्जी चाहिए, फायर एनर्जी दे ही नहीं रहा हूँ, वो कहाँ से होगा? हेलो महेश बोला, कैसे हो वर्ल्डी? लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी। अरे अरे क्या बात है, ये तो महीनों नहीं, ये तो सालों बाद आ रहे हैं। क्या हाल चाल है भाई? सरोजी नगर 50 रुपए इजी, क्या बात है। फर्स्ट कॉपी, सेकंड कॉपी, थर्ड कॉपी, कौन सा कॉपी मिलेगा? आपकी डेक में जौन से टाइप के कार्ड होंगे वो एनर्जी चार्ज होगी। मैंने सारे फायर का बनाया है, फायर का बना के रखा है, तो उसमें फाइट वाले कैसे आ रहे हैं? फायर का डेक है, पूरा फायर का मैंने फिल्टर करके लगा के रखा है। उसमें मैगमार है, उसमें चारिजार्ड है, उसमें वो है क्या बोलते, क्या है वो, सीनेप्लेड, सीनीपीड, क्या है वो भी फायर वाला, ये सब फायर वाले ही है उसमें। दिखाओ मेरे को, अब मैं कहाँ से दिखाऊं? अभी इसका सेटिंग कर रखा है, कहाँ से हटाऊं इसको? महेश भाई किसके लिए इतना तपस्या कर रहे थे? अरे भोले हैं भाई, महेश हैं, भोले हैं। कुछ नहीं, रिमेम्बर्ड माई पासवर्ड एंड तुम्हारी याद आ गई। अरे अरे भाई 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 भाई, क्या हाल? अरे बढ़िया है संस्कार भाई। आप बताएं, क्या चल रही है? 5 मिनट्स टू गो। कब खेलोगे टीसीजी? अब तो कल ही खेलेंगे, वैसे मेरा आज का प्लान था, लेकिन आज खाने में लेट हो गया, फिर वैसे भी 9 बजे से फिर बैठना ही होता है, तो वैसे आज सैटरडे संडे तो टाइम पास चल रहा था, वो किया ही नहीं मैंने कुछ। वैसे तो शाम को खेल ही लिया था 1 डेढ़ घंटे, तो वैसे ही उसमें एनर्जी बची नहीं थी। और बताओ। धीरे धीरे रिवॉर्ड आ रहा कल का। तो अभी तो धीरे धीरे ही आ रहा है, अभी तो आज का रिवॉर्ड फिर कल देंगे, और फिर परसों का रिवॉर्ड तो पता नहीं जाने कब देने वाले हैं। मेरे को तो हाइपर चार्ज से ज्यादा मतलब है भाई, बाकी वो डब्बे डुबूडे आते रहेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हाइपर चार्ज वाला पहले भेज दो, बाकी हम देख लेंगे। बाकी मैं बोलता हूँ तुम एक काम करो, मेरे को 2 हाइपर चार्ज वाले डब्बे दे दो, बाकी सब रख लो। पूरे 10-20 हाइपर चार्ज के बदले में तुम ही ले लो यार, नहीं चाहिए मुझे रैंडम स्टार ड्रॉप, ले जाओ। मेरे को सिर्फ 2 हाइपर ड्रॉप दे दो, बाकी चलेगा मेरे को। पिन विन नहीं दोगे तो भी चलेगा, हाँ। पिन, स्प्रे, ये सब कभी मेरे को यूज करते हुए देखा है क्या? किसी भी वीडियो, किसी भी लाइव स्ट्रीम में कभी भी मुझे स्प्रे, पिन, इमोट ये यूज करते हुए देखा है क्या? मेरा तो बंद करके रखा है मैंने, बंद ही रहता है। ड्रॉप से भी मिल सकता है हाइपर। अरे ड्रॉप से गया तेल लेना, उसका बहुत रेयर चांसेस रहता है। 100 खोलेंगे तो उसमें से भी एक चांस होगा, तो 100 डब्बे भी तो नहीं दे रहा है, कहाँ से मिल जाएगा? या तो कॉइन्स दो या एक हाइपर चार्ज। मेरे को तो हाइपर चार्ज दे दो, वही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट। 5,000 कॉइन्स बच रहे सीधे सीधे। 2 मिनट को पानी लेके आता हूँ, 3 मिनट बाकी, जिसको सूसू पॉटी जहाँ जाना है जल्दी जाओ, 3 मिनट बाकी है। वैसे तो फिर म्यूजिक बजेगा और फिर 10 मिनट तो उसी में निकाल देंगे। और बेस्ट ऑफ 5 आई थिंक होने वाला है, तो मैचेस तो लंबे चलेंगे, बट मैचेस सिर्फ 4 ही हैं आज, तो निपट जाएगा जल्दी। 12-1 बजे से पहले ही हो जाएगा जो भी है। देखो, जीटा और सीआर, इनके मैच तो लंबे ही खींचने वाले हैं, ठीक है? तो उनको तो भूल ही जाओ तुम कि जल्दी खत्म कर दें, लंबे चलेंगे इनके। अपनी प्रेडिक्शन दिखा रहा है भाई, कितने बार दिखाऊं? ये लो देख लो यार, फिर से देख लो। ये लो प्रेडिक्शन लगा के जा रहा हूँ, 2 मिनट में आ रहा हूँ। ऐसे जीतेगी आई डाउट, बट दोनों आर वेरी गुड। गा फॉर्म में से पहला ही देखो, मुझे पता नहीं को जीटा पे कम चीटा आ रहा है इस बार। जीटा अच्छा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि जीटा अच्छी नहीं है, होती तो फिर 2 बार नहीं जीती होती लगातार। हालांकि टीम्स चेंज होती रही हैं दोनों की। इस साल तो भाई सारे लोगों ने ही टीम काफी सारी चेंज कर दी है। प्रोबेबली लास्ट सेट तक होगा। अच्छा, क्या लगता है कि कितना लंबा चलेगा? लाइक इट्स गोना बी 3-2, या सीधे 3-0 हो जाएगा, या 3-1 पे खत्म हो जाएगा? कैसे होगा? लास्ट टाइम देखा था, इट वाज लाइक एवरीवन न्यू ऑब्वियसली जीटा वुड विन, बट अभी नॉट श्योर। आई मुझे तो पता नहीं क्यों फीलिंग नहीं आ रही कि इस बार जीटा हैट्रिक करेगा। और अगर गलती से, मैं पहले अभी फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, अगर गलती से रिपीट कर लिया तो अगले साल का तो मैं नहीं देख रहा भाई वर्ल्ड फाइनल। वो गया तेल लेने, मैं ना देख रही है। सबसे प्रोबेबल केस 3-2। मुझे 3-1 के चांसेस ज्यादा लग रहे हैं। 3-2 को तो नहीं, 3-1 के चांसेस ज्यादा लग रहे हैं मुझे। एंड मुझे बंद कर दो, म्यूजिक नहीं बजाने का है, कॉपीराइट। अरे अरे अरे, इंडिया वाले क्रिएटर्स देखो भाई, कोई दिख रहा है क्या पहचान का? और कौन इंडिया क्रिएटर्स कोई दिख रहा हो पहचान का तो बताइयो मुझे। जब तक जीटा 1 एंड जीटा 0 डिविजन्स में पटा हुआ था, जब तक सही था, बट जीटा 1 के 2 प्लेयर्स हैं, न्यू जीटा में पता नहीं कुछ भी हो सकता है, बिकॉज जीटा 0 बेटर थी फॉर रियल। देखो, जीटा की टीम उधर है और बचे हुए प्लेयर सीआर में हैं, क्रेजी रकून में। तो इसलिए मेरे को भाई क्रेजी रकून में ज्यादा वो लग रहा है कि क्रेजी रकून जीत जाएगी, लेकिन बात ही पता नहीं। एपी भाई कर रहे थे अभी आईआरएल स्ट्रीम, ऐसा क्या? पूरा स्टेज वगैरह दिखाया, एंट्रेंस वगैरह सब। ओके, वी आर हियर। पहला वो भी आ गया है। व्हाट स्किन इज द फाइनल रिवॉर्ड इन द ब्रॉल पास? Skeletal Surge.
As the dust settles after a wild first day of competition, our brawlers that have emerged unscathed prepare for our second day of our finals right here, right now, live from Superfest in the heart of Helsinki, Finland. Welcome to day 2 of the Brawl Stars World Finals. Yesterday, 12 of the best teams from around the world went toe-to-toe on this very stage for a quarterfinals spot. And today, just 8 remain. It is going to be an absolutely phenomenal day of Brawl
देखो
Stars
मैं
esports,
अपना
and
एम
I
बॉट्स
can
ना यूज करते
assure
भी
you
एम बॉट
now,
जैसा खेलने
my name's
वाला साई
Prowess, and
टेम्पो
I am
ये कुछ भी
your
कर सकता।
host. And remember, we've got $1 million on the line, the Brawl Stars Championship belt. And not only that, but from today, all of our matches are best of 5s. So, with that being said, it is time to send you over to our casters.
मेरे पास वाईटी से क्रोम पे स्विच करने के लिए 10 सेकंड थे, तब भी आंसर 10 सेकंड ले किया। वाह, एक और आ गया है। नेम ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट्री एसटे वाज फीचर्ड इन दिस ईयर। भाई ग्रज गेम ही चलता रहता है इनका। ग्रज मैच था पिछली बार, गेमर ग्रज गेम, एंड द आंसर इज ग्रज मैच पे कर लेना भाई, फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, दैट इज द आंसर। बाकी 1100 पॉइंट तो ऐसे ही हो गए, बचे 400। एमवीपी करके ही हो जाएगा मेरा तो भाई, उसके ऊपर तो वैसे ही नहीं जाने वाला।
Plenty of representation, and much of that has been kept intact. Let's have a look at our results from yesterday and get you up to speed with an explosive day 1.
आपका सही हुआ क्या? मेरा क्यों सही होगा, मैं तो इतना फॉलो भी नहीं करता। बस ये पता है ग्रज मैच ही चलता रहता है इनका। इतने और रिवॉर्ड्स देना चाहिए। अरे वाह, आप भी 1100 पे ही क्यों हो? अरे भाई लिमिटेशन है पर डे की। देखो आज भी मैं 1500 ही हाईएस्ट जा सकता हूँ, चाहे मैं कितना भी सही कर लूँ। देखो इधर कल हमारा 9 सही हुए थे, ठीक है। इस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो मेरे 2000 पहुंचने में ज़्यादा नहीं बचना चाहिए था, लेकिन फिर भी देख सकते हो हमको कितने 1000 पे ही पहुंचेंगे। आज भी लिमिटेशन है, आज भी देखो 500 तक ही जा सकते हैं, 1500 तक ही जाएंगे, उसके बाद क्या लॉक्ड है। मतलब चाहते हैं वो कि तुम देखो, तीसरे दिन तक तुम्हें देखना ही पड़ेगा। तो चूंकि 8 सही होती है भी 1 के क्यों। यस्टरडे लेना प्ले वाज टू गुड मेलोडी, मैंने डाला है वो उसका वीडियो, अगर आपने नहीं देखा तो वो देख सकते हैं जिसने मिस आउट कर दिया। ओ एक और आ गया। द प्लेयर्स ऑफ जीटा डिवीजन आर फ्रॉम विच कंट्री? जापान। अरे पोलैंड के हैं भाई, पोलैंड वाले हैं भाई साहब, पोलैंड के हैं सब के सब। यार तो चोट हो गई, पोलैंड वाले हैं भैया। जाओ पोलैंड को वोट करके आओ।
Survivors from South America, but APAC still looking scary, and North America has their delegates still in the mix. What are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to make it through today? Let us know at event.brawlstars.com.
जीटा को मिले 72% वोट, एसटी को मिले ओनली 28% वोट, और अभी हमारे पोल में 67% वोट एसटी को दिए गए। ऐसा कौन है भाई? ये अलग अलग लोग कैसे हैं यहाँ पर? गो जीटा को। अरे कहाँ जाओ भाई, यहाँ भी देखो बटा हुआ है। 2 लोग बोल रहे हैं एसके, एक्चुअल में 3 लोग बोल रहे हैं एसके, मैं भी बोल रहा हूँ एसके, 4 लोग बोल रहे हैं अब एसके, जीटा बोल रहे हैं सिर्फ 2 लोग। फिर इन लोगों ने भी हम्बल बोला है, इन लोगों ने भी उसको बोला है। अबे यार ये सुपर, अरे नहीं चाहिए तुम्हारे कॉइन्स भाई, फ्री में दे रहे हो तो दो, नहीं तो निकलो यहाँ से। बाकी लोगों ने रिप्लाई टोटम किया है, राइवल ई स्पोर्ट्स मैंने किया है, मतलब ऊबर भैया ने जो किया है वो मैंने किया हुआ है पूरा। कितने का है ये? 5000 कॉइन्स नहीं खुलता, तो उस पर क्लिक करोगे तो वो लिंक जो है वो ट्रैश्ड है, वो खुलती नहीं है।
opportunity to see it up close and personal. This right here is the Brawl Stars Championship belt. What an absolutely epic piece of kit this is. This is what all of our players are trying to fight for.
और वर्ल्ड फैंस का लास्ट दिन है कल, तो कल ही बचा कुचा ब्रॉल टॉक हो जाएगा। स्पेन बैठा है यहाँ, स्पेन एलसी। Yesterday, but they are your current world champions. From EMEA, we've got Gero, Meow, and Novi. They are Zeta Division. Zeta Division. अब म्यूजिक नहीं बजाने का, बिल्कुल नहीं बजाने का एकदम। चुपचाप से आने का, म्यूजिक नहीं बजाने का। क्या ठीक है, आ जाओ चुपचाप से अपनी अपनी जगह घेर लो। पीछे तो देखो, एसके गेमिंग। ये खेला किसी ने? ये जो खेल रहा है इसको क्या बोलते हैं? जो हाथ से हैंडबॉल की तरह समझ लो, हैंड फुटबॉल, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? इसका बढ़िया सा नाम भी है ना। They still play Mahesh भैया। OG players like Satham Point, Inside, do they still play and they still? हाँ भाई ये खेलते हैं। हैंड क्रिकेट, हैंड क्रिकेट, हैंड क्रिकेट बोलते हैं इसको। एयर, अरे एयर हॉकी अलग होती है। एयर हॉकी का टेबल बड़ा होता है, उसका तरीका अलग होता है। इसको कुछ और ही बोलते हैं, इसको फुटसाल ऐसा कुछ बोलते थे शायद। हिमाचल में खेला था मैंने, वहां पे था इससे बड़ा वाला टेबल था। ये जैसे 3x3 का था ना, 3x3 का, वो 5x5 का था। Home country Poland.
Are legit, and yesterday Meow over the course of that series was often on Rico duty, or really put in a position where he had to be dealing huge amounts of consistent damage over the course of the game. We normally have a brawler picked up for that purpose, someone longer range or more consistent in output. Meow was stellar. Unfortunately pulling up a little bit short against
crazy वाले मैच में। और सर इसका नाम भूल गया। चीटा जीतेगा। ए लेनान भैया, आज भी मेलोडी वाला जोश दिखा दो। अच्छा, सो नाउ दे आर नॉट इन जीटा। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खत्म हो गया भाई। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खत्म होने के बाद दूसरी टीम खरीद लेते हैं या फिर लोग खुद ही बना लेते हैं आजकल टीम। तो जीटा सबको पीटेगा, ऐसा क्या? देखते हैं क्या होता है। Now on SK Gaming though, he's taken a bit more of a backseat, is a bit more focused on the strategic side of things. Getting together with Pedro, working out the drafts and making sure every SK composition is tailor-made to put Lenar in a position to succeed. And that's exactly what we saw yesterday. We saw a lot of Rico play over that entire set between SK and Elevate from Joker. Lenar was put on a tank or on a brawler that was high risk, high reward, feast or famine. And if SK Gaming have their way, they'll be eating all day.
There's one thing I've learned about this SK Gaming roster. Lana eats way more than he doesn't. Oftentimes, so aggressive. It's just a hard thing to deal with, especially in a draft setting. You can oftentimes counter out.
बक ही ज्यादा करते हैं गोरे लोग। पैसा मिल रहा भाई, बक करने का, तो काहे नहीं करेंगे? काहे नहीं करेंगे बताइए, बताइए। जो जीता वो सिकंदर, जो हारा वो बंदर। ऐसा क्या? Why not छछुंदर? Why only बंदर? हारा भाई जोगिंदर क्यों नहीं? मुझे बताइए। हारा भाई जोगिंदर के फैन नहीं हो गया तुम? हैं?
I'd say that maybe while they don't see the highest of highs out of individuals like a team like SK, they really, you never see them hit low lows like some of these less consistent, more
championship के announcers in SK जीता 4-2 गोल्डी भाई की पोल पे 6-3 कौन
deficits. Even though
मिस्टेकन
they are only
बताओ,
1 seed apart,
जो
those
हारा
region
वो
both
दीपक
had
कलाल,
direct
जो
tickets to
जीता वो
World Finals.
जोगिंदर। अरे
SK
ऐसा
Gaming
क्या?
will start off the year hot. 0 sets dropped in that top 8. A grand finals win. 0 grand finals
अच्छा फिर
appearances
से
the rest of the way.
बताओ,
Somehow we're still putting our
किसको
faith in
कितना
it.
लग रहा है,
Seems
कितने
in
तक
practice,
जाएगा?
this is a team that I have
3-2, 3-0, 3-1 क्या स्कोर पे खत्म होगा?
just going to trust in the fact that these guys can deliver on a land setting as well. I almost
कैमरा
feel like
फोकस
they're
करो।
in a sense. Should Zeta Division be the favorites? Yeah, I think they should. They're the defending world champion. They were ahead in seeding. But at the end of the day, these players are way too talented not to finally grab a marquee win for their
And
career.
it doesn't matter what kind of year SK Gaming have had. It really
अरे
doesn't.
शुरू करो यार,
When we
इतनी जल्दी
get
थोड़ी
to a
शुरू
land
होता है।
like this, we always believe there's a chance. But you at home at event
Zeta 3-1
feel like this
अच्छा,
is Zeta Division's game to lose.
3-2
In fairness, we're pretty split on the caster desk
Zeta
as well.
3-2
We're headed to knockout
ओके,
first.
Zeta
It'll be
3-2
out
पे
to
लोग
get
बोल
the
रहे हैं
the
ज्यादातर।
map
देखते हैं
we've
क्या
really
होता
got
है।
to think about. Taking brawlers
मुझे 3-1 लग रहा है
over water.
और मैंने
Taking
SK को वोट
sharpshooters,
किया है।
Pearl will be pretty hotly contested, but that's been banned straight away for SK
3-1
Gaming. They
मुझे
don't
लगता है,
want to deal
3-1
with that brawler who often offers a deterministic situation late in the game.
And yesterday's number
अरे
one
फुग्गा
most
बॉय
picked
इज
brawler
हियर।
will be the first selection overall.
क्या
However,
बात?
33% win rate. One thing to keep in mind too in terms of the brawler
great.
pool, only 3 sets of maps, but everybody kind of secure in that. Now that we have those settled
Zeta
maps, we kind
3-0
of know exactly how teams are
ये कुछ
feeling.
ज्यादा ही हो गया भाई। इतना भी नहीं,
Not
इतना भी
happening
नहीं होगा भाई,
a whole lot.
इतना नहीं हो रहा।
And
रुक
of
जाओ
course,
जरा भाई।
even on knockout map, are they angling for a Kenji?
फुग्गा दड़ियल लेंगे शायद, ऐसा क्या? अगर जीटा को पिपर मिल गए, पाइपर मिल गई तो जीटा विन, और साथ में मैग, गस, इवन
I thought Angelo was going to be
में
depressed
से,
overall, considering he
इनमें
was
से
a top
कोई
ban
हुआ
yesterday.
तो
Granted, he did have a lot
बल्ले
of
बल्ले,
knockouts,
ऐसा
a
क्या?
lot of bounty
ठीक है
yesterday,
भाई।
but it's clear that
Pearl
Pro really
ban।
value him for this game mode, and especially on out in the open, like you alluded to, you need that mobility, the extra space to get
अकाउंट
around
नियरली
and control
मैक्स
the ball.
था, अभी तो वो बिगिनर जैसा दिख रहा। हाँ तो भाई सब चीज चेंज कर दी है। जहाँ लोग 35 लेवल पे पहुंचे बाद अपने आप को फ्लॉन्ट करते थे कि भाई मेरा देखो 35 रैंक है मेरी, अभी भाई 50 मिनिमम है 50 मिनिमम है।
Meg having a second life virtually after getting knocked out of the mech, being able to potentially fall back, recover, get back in the mech, means that she's quite difficult to deal with in knockout.
At a professional level, this is going to be her best game mode for that exact reason. You got to deal with her twice, and when you only get 3 lives, having a 4th, if you will, is a big difference maker. Lola making an
मैंने
appearance
कैंजी
here.
कर लिया
This is
मैक्स
the attempt
रैंक।
at shredding through
Wow।
this Meg. They need high DPS to bring Meg down to just a measly pea shooter with a tiny pistol, and of course Angelo as a sharpshooter with only 1 projectile, not going to do too well into the extra spawner that Lola brings with that super.
This used to be a really common pick for Chaos when he was on this SK Gaming roster. Saw it all the time. Obviously, Lola's damage output increases drastically when she has an ego on the field, and she could use Free Flame, for example, to turn that ego into a piece of shielding. And there it is, the Kenji pick. They kind of telegraphed
कैंजी, कैंडी हुंदी सी, इट्स कैंजी। अब देखते हैं कैंजी से निपटने के लिए क्या इलाज लेके आए हैं।
Faith, and I'm sure in Lanad's hands for that. This is the aggressive flair that SK Gaming bring to the
हार
table.
गए, गई
I know
SK।
Zeta Division are going to match
अभी
it.
देखो क्या होता है भाई। लेनान भाई लिए हैं।
These two teams a little bit different in that front. But it's going to come down to 5 seconds here in a tough decision.
ज्यादा ही आसान हो गया 1K तक पुश करना, थोड़ा मुश्किल करना चाहिए। इतना तो, इतना कि 900 1000 पे +8 -8 हो भाई, अभी भी मुश्किल ही है। अगर 900 के बाद तुम्हारे पास टीममेट्स नहीं है तो बहुत मुश्किल से प्लस होता है। लेना ही नहीं है कैंजी, वो लोग बेट करते हैं कैंजी ओपन छोड़। फास्ट गेम, लेट्स गो। ओ भाई, किसने क्या स्टार पावर गैजेट लिया है सब देख सकते हो, गियर्स सब दिख रहे हैं।
Diving in early, it's tank on tank here on the top left-hand side, middle of the map. Sharpshooter Angelo landing a few tags. Meow being rendered down to just 1600 HP. He's gonna have to take a break.
You've got to respect this Kenji. The fact that Lenai, he has a passive that allows him to heal for damage done. It's a rarity in Brawl Stars. Not even Mortis has something like that. I guess he sort of simulates it with his ultimate, but either way, it is pretty scary once that Kenji can get in. Here's the slash EV, now goes low. Joker trying to pressure. but Nelly gonna be able to catch Lenar out.
And one down. Kenji चटका दिया. Oh भाई 400 health.
To go in when Kenji lands, that's when he's at his most prime position to target. Now this fog's starting to roll on in. Garo, right-hand side, looking for an angle. Meow on the left, just brought down to a pistol here, but roll available for Daryl up top.
It's a matter of time until Garo starts hitting these shots, especially with the gas encroaching. It's dangerous.
GG's.
Walks up on him.
चीटा ने चीटा चटका दिए. मैंने बुल रैंडम के साथ किया. केंजी के लिए टीममेट्स थे बट तब भी मैं ट्रिपल किल करके आया.
It's a bank shot, a dive in as well this time. Disaster for SK Gaming. Early lead as Meow looks to bring him down. Game 1.
अरे भाई नहीं चाहिए तुम्हारे कॉइंस भाई. जबरदस्ती के कॉइंस ले ओ यार. क्या इतना ले ओ.
In the past, they've been known to be a little streaky.
What all see? Mag body blocking Daryl. What I see? Dabba body blocking Dabba. Yeah. Wow. Kenji's always go over pick in competitive. Competitive. अरे कुटाई भाई कुटाई.
One charge of that gadget, and all of SK Gaming are forced away. So far, this Kenji pick has been utterly countered by Novi. We're now hoping for the arc of that slash to maybe catch onto the Daryl, reveal him at the very least here, but this is oppressive now for Zeta Division. Kenny, they've taken full map control. Lenar is on the outside looking in.
So much pressure being applied by Zeta Division. They're in their spawn and there's no way out. It's going to be a giant robot gatekeeping them here. They have no shield to aid Lenar. Joker just trying to keep up with the distance of Meg. Angelo from long distance able to put the pressure, and now they're expanding, moving towards this mid. And they will have an opportunity here to try and strike back.
Quietly, Yoshi's been the difference maker for SK. That poke damage on Meow forces Zeta Division back into their own half of the map. And now SK Gaming have a chance to make something of it. Meow barely gets away alive there. Still needs to respect Lenar as he encroaches on the left. Novi's being kept low as well. SK Gaming, it's good poke damage. Here's Garo throwing the super down. Joker forced to play in the gas for the time being. He's going low. Lenar up front and center. Goes for the super, but it's dodged by everybody in Zeta Division. Look, a cut above.
ये वाला ही सबसे सही लगता है भाई.
SK Gaming not finding those early frags. They have to find a way to respond here. Once again, the long-range lane on the right-hand end. Middle of the map, team captain Joker looking to apply a little bit of pressure. They need to start off here early. They've been in their back spawn a lot of the time. Here goes Lenon, off to the races. One tap away from bringing Meow down. That would have been so good for them.
This composition, so solid for Zeta Division. It's not flashy at all, but it is very good at doing what it needs to, which is to stay alive. SK Gaming have scored 0 kills over the course of this set thus far. And that might be a trend that continues. One hit of the super, catching onto Novi. Lenar wants more. Meow, though, as low as he is, still represents a significant threat of damage. But there it is. Cuckoo Pop are going to be used to knock the Meg out of the mech. And now Novi trying to pressure. Joker down. He's missing. Lenar with a super available. And finally, SK Gaming get on the board.
GG's.
1-1 apiece in game 2. That's the aggression we have to see from SK. They have to find that comfortable strategy that's worked.
What all see Angelo protecting Meg. What I see Machar protecting its coon supply.
Play one of the best, if not the best brawlers in the
Good.
game while you're doing it.
So now we know their comp works. Kenny, but it means they need a fair amount.
Hooga boy, come on.
Yoshi was huge, especially getting that shield over to Lenar when it was needed. 3 supers up here for SK.
हाँ भाई उसने जो शील्ड दी बच गया जोकर अंकल भाई.
That Lola hitting hard right now.
Garo's just lurking in this grass too. Yashi trying to do a scouting report, but he just can't seem to find him quite yet. Navi on the left-hand in, looking for a burst of aggression. Machine gun fire coming out of that mech. Lenon knows he has to get to this early. Shield on Yashi. He's trying to dive in, but the aggressive brawler goes down early. A roll in from Daryl. Yashi slowed down, rendered useless, brought to his knees, and a lone Joker is going to have to find a way to clutch this up.
1 versus 3. As good as Joker is, that might just be a little too much to expect. Good damage output Lola has. But I'm going to give it to you straight, folks. This is virtually impossible. Joker knows it as well, and SK Gaming
Ding ding ding
will
ding ding.
concede this set. Taking too long to wake up. And it's Zeta Division that swoop in for a comfortable start.
A little bit of a reality check
Yeah.
for SK Gaming.
Daryl hypercharge क्यों नहीं यूज कर रहा? क्योंकि अलाउड नहीं है.
Different game mode we've got coming up. This is a best of
क्योंकि
5
वो
here today.
अपडेट के बाद आना चाहिए था. मतलब 4 तारीख के बाद ही आने चाहिए सारे हाइपर चार्ज, बट हग्गू मुत्तू कर दी है वापस से डेवलपर्स ने, तो आ चुके हैं लोगों के पास और उन्होंने हटाया भी नहीं है, तो ऑब्वियसली उनके उसमें दिखाएगा, लेकिन उनने बोल रखा है कि गलती से भी तुमने यूज़ किया तो मैच फॉरफिट करना पड़ेगा। तो गलती से भी वो दबाएगा तो नहीं, लेकिन दड़ियल ले जरूर लेगा। अक्टूबर से मेटा में है गस।
This team dominated them in the opener. And to your point too, while on ladder for our average
केंजी गोबर पिक था।
this Kenji is so good.
भाई जोकर अंकल ने 0 किल किए हैं, 0।
I don't think Daryl's too bad of a consolation prize. If anything, to get a shotgun brawler to go into the tank, I think you're right. Zeta Division were more than comfortable letting Kenji go.
And you've got to feel like when we start to get to the end of those knockout rounds and the gas comes in, you have two very durable tanks. Daryl, who's hard to kill at the best of times, and Meg, who gets virtually a second life. That matters a whole lot. When the gas comes in, you get knocked out of the mech, you get a little bit longer than your opponents to survive. Of course, as you
केंजी हमेशा गोर पिक है, ये जो लेगा वो हारेगा। गस मेटा में तब से है जब से ग्रूसम गस का चैलेंज आया। ऐसा क्या? उससे अच्छा तो टिक ही ले लेता। उनकी जो स्ट्रेटजी रही होगी वो यही कर रहे हैं। Okay, I thought he is meta from few years. Nope. Or 30 map. Tooling Beetles, Hard Zone.
Being deleted from the options, I think, is a good thing. But on the left-hand side, since they don't have that first overall pick, you're going to see them tend to pick some of the better brawlers in the game. Mo, Surge, Clancy, all very high play rates this weekend.
Other brawlers we've seen on this map, of course, Sprout, been brought in, can block off that center area. Now in Dueling Beetles, you can't blow up all of the wall on your opponent's side of the map, which also means that Pam has some utility. You can throw that healing turret down and have it protected, but hard to look past your number one brawler here, Kenny. Gale brought in for Zeta.
He is my favorite, and I regret to inform Brawl Nation that his win rate yesterday was atrocious. 14.3%, and he was tied for fourth most played. That's not a good sign, but as an early pick, it is preventative. You probably know that SK
Al Capella is a god. Manu कौन सी डेक यूज करता कर रहा है तू TCG में? Dynalo Bell Capella is a good to कौन भाई?
The draft giving Zeta Division plenty of room to play around it, and Hot Zone and Lou go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Makes sense, but it's a really
भाई
early pick.
बकरा है वो।
On the other end, they haven't even selected a tanky
बता तो
brawler.
दिया
Eventually,
उसने,
we'll see
बकरा
what
है भाई वो।
response. They won't be proactive with the Lou
उसके
pick.
अंदर कुछ
Respond
पक रहा है, वो
side.
बकरा है।
It's a good pick for the mode. I feel like if you had to tier
न्यू
list the
पोल
brawlers
बनाओ
that you
विन
would
रेशियो
put
की
at S tier,
303132।
brawler in my books.
ना भाई जो चल रहा है चलन दो।
Knockout maps yesterday. Might even have been
फिर से केंजी
make that work. Lily picked up here. Okay.
पसंद है केंजी तो केंजी। केंजी बीके गोबर पैसा खाया है एसके में। भाई जीटा है, पैसा ही पैसा है जीटा पे। उसका एक एग्जांपल हम देख चुके हैं, लाइट बंद करके जो मैच इनने जीता था वो आज भी मेरे शक की नजरों में है, समझे क्या? आज भी वो शक की नजरों से ही देखा जाता है वो वाला मैच। मी इजी गोइंग, ट्राई हार्ड है ये, ट्राई हार्ड इजी गोइंग। आपने स्नाइपर के बारे में सुना? स्नाइपर के बारे में? कौन स्नाइपर भाई? चैंपियंस फॉर अ रीजन। भाई इलेक्ट्रिक डेक है पूरा।
Such an interesting interaction here between both of these, I guess, what do we call them? Enchanted Forest Brawlers. They both make use of the Shadow Room as a separate area in the game. Cordelius might be intended to specifically shut the Lily down.
This is such an interesting dynamic because, like you said, we don't too often at a casual or even professional level get to see multiple brawlers go to the underworld. This is a little bit crazy. Larry Laurie makes this interesting. A lot of differences in terms of draft opinion, but SK Gaming, it's time to wake up, folks. Zeta Division looking to continue their world streak.
That's been time to wake up, Kenny. But hey,
और शुरू हो चुका है मैच और क्या
absolutely flattened by Meow there. Joker really has nowhere to go. He's able to get Gero as a consolation, but Lenar less focused on capturing this area, more on trying to run down the rest of Zeta Division. He's found himself two, but Novi was able to spend a decent amount of time on the point itself. Gero wants Yoshi, and again, Nalu is down. Lenar can't even fight against this Lily.
The Joker ready with a super, a perfect connection as well, but he can't get anything on that hot zone while underneath. So I think Gero gonna be happy to take this trade. Yoshi now right-hand side, and once again, Lenar's going hunting. Navi very close to him. Larry grouped up with him. He's going for the double tag, has a super available, not gonna use it yet. Joker still at the ready, and now has a hypercharge, a dive in, slice and dice for Kenji, and Joker's gonna tie this up.
He's the problem for the thrower on this map. You actually contest the point as Meow. You need a teammate to be there, and you can support them with your longer range damage. Joker eventually falls, but Yoshi dancing amongst the snowflakes here, having thrown a super down, getting SK Gaming into the lead. Here comes Lenar, a little bit low, but plenty of targets to choose.
भाई क्लोज चल रहा है क्लोज एकदम
Now is a little bit low. Joker with a jump, dodges the shot, stunned up to the right hand side, and Novi's got his hands full, pulled now into the shadow realm.
Perfect tech by Larry Laurie, perfect super from Joker. This is the best of both of these teams right now. 70% roughly apiece as Yoshi is back in the fray. Lenar on the prowl, left-hand side. Gero even gonna be dueling. Here comes a double tag. Meow gets connected with once. Some snow cones tagging him up as well, but it's still Zeta by a narrow margin.
Oh, we see Lenar trying to go to the top side, catches out Meow. Now SK Gaming are catching up. They're in the lead. Joker able to get a super on the Gero, basically rendering the Lily useless for the time being. 94% and counting. Joker and Yoshi stacked up. Here comes Zeta Division.
Oh boy, very close. क्या बात क्या हो गया भाई स्नाइपर वो 140k के बाद विन ट्रेडिंग कर रहा था बैन हो गया अब
After SK finally claim a game. Zeta Division right there with him. This is more
140k के बाद विन ट्रेडिंग करनी शुरू कर दी बैन कर दिया गया है अब कौन है स्नाइपर नहीं पता भाई कौन है मैं नहीं देखता भाई मैं पहले ही बता चुका हूँ मैं फ्री टाइम पे एनीमे देख लेता हूँ
Gadget used there to get some extra percentage, and SK Gaming are in good shape. Lenar's a problem. He's in the back line. The cat amongst the pigeons. Novi going to go down as well. Meow finally silences the Kenji.
Oh, bhai.
They needed that one desperately. SK Gaming's entire roster falls. They've got Ice Cream covering the map, though. Yoshi grabs a kill. Lenar already back in action. Meow forced to flank aggressively. Ideally, he'd be in position to try and deal with the other side. Joker with a jump in. It's a trade.
Meow's down.
Lenar can't trade this either. Lily was under.
Doesn't respond. Great Gale force there from Novi. Very timely. Stunning out both of those SK Gaming brawlers. Joker has his hyper up. Gero can't really go anywhere from that corner, so Lenar takes an easy elimination. Here comes Joker. Jump over. Gets Novi into the shadow realm, and it's all SK Gaming all the way. Now with a healthy lead. 20% and counting. Gero with a super up, but who's to say target? It's a hypercharge here for Yoshi. A super will stun them instantly. And carnage sights in the spawn of Zeta Division. SK way ahead.
Gero, the last man standing, holding on to a super and a glimmer of HP. Yoshi holding down the fort in the mid.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Here, and they're climbing almost to 100.
95.
Indestructible. It's down to Joker here. A few more percentage points will do the trick. A dice in from Lenar.
And it's 1-1.
Tie things up.
And a bit of energy there from the young prodigy. Joker gets the crowd hype. The draft for SK Gaming, they knew exactly what they wanted here on Dueling Beetles. Picked up the Kenji instantly. Took the
Sniper leaderboard number 2 physics
to answer the assassin threat of Lily. Played out to perfection.
Joker knows he's
MSG देखो मेरा
Get them loud when you've got home court advantage. I know this is EMEA all around, but SK
आज एक ही स्ट्रीम है ना यस आज एक ही स्ट्रीम है
that have just made it count a little bit more. Anytime anything you can give these guys, any small advantage makes a difference, especially in games like this first one when it came down to just a mere few percentage points.
And it's the kind of game where Lenar looks like the flashy one, right? But the engine room is Joker. This Cordelius so effective, and not only countering Garo out, but also being a very solid assassin in his own right. This was even overkill at this point. Yoshi using a hypercharged super in Zeta Division Spawn. The fact that SK Gaming had the wherewithal to be able to make a play like that means they were feeling confident and comfortable.
This was an unorthodox draft.
भाई 10 किल भाई,
27 DPS from Joker team.
वो भी 427 डीपीएस के साथ।
That's a really weird draft too. I feel like
मैसेज देखो ना, कहाँ पे देखना है मैसेज, किधर भेजा है, डिस्कॉर्ड पे भेजा है, किधर भेजा है मैसेज?
because if he takes down Gale, he frees up who? Lana, the guy they want in the faces of these enemies. If Lana can focus on the squishy Larry and Lori, which is what we saw in those 2 games, they're playing that strategy to perfection.
That's a nightmare game for Meow. He has nothing.
अरे यहीं पे यहाँ पे क्या भेजा है? जो स्नाइपर बैन हो गया, अब पढ़ तो लिया था। कॉर्ड जंप बेटर देन म्यूट। डिपेंड्स कि सामने कौन सा अपोनेंट है। लाइक अगर सामने फ्रैंक है तो वो तो दीवार के पीछे भी कूद के भाग जाओगे तो अपना सुपर से मार ही देगा।
Early game jitters are out of the way, and now we're on to pinball dreams, a little brawl ball action.
Brawl ball,
Favorite
bow,
folks in the
bow,
audience,
bow,
people
bow,
like
bow.
SK Gaming that love these tanky brawlers are so flashy for this game mode.
These bans are pretty similar to what we've seen in the past. Zeta Division, if they don't pick Larry and Lori, they really want to get rid of it. Also, the Nita band away. They get first pick this draft, though, when they take the Kenji. SK Gaming, known Kenji abusers, they'd have to have a way to play around it here.
Kenji, the most banned brawler yesterday for a reason. We've already seen him twice today. Every time he has escaped the ban stage.
फिर केंजी, उनको बहन जी अच्छी लग गई, लेकिन इस बार जीटा ने लिया है। बोले वो लोग लेंगे, इससे पहले हम ले लेते हैं। उनने पहले ही ले लिया है केंजी। लेकिन खौफ तो भाई क्लैंसी अंकल का है। सब बैन करते हैं हर मैच में, हर मोड में। क्लैंसी अंकल तो बैन हो ही रहे हैं, और मोए भी केंजी अंकल को छोड़ दिया जा रहा है। बिल्ली केंजी लेके आई, ये लनान के लेने से पहले ले लिया। Oh my god.
It's a really dynamic pick, gives you a lot of versatility. You can be aggressive, charge those supers. More supers means more super shots. I feel like this is a pretty good brawler that doesn't have a lot of meta counters right now. I think
मेरे को चारिज़ार्ड और ब्लास्टर्स का एक्स मिला। प्रॉब्लम है दोनों अलग अलग टाइप है। आलू का स्ट्यू, वो एल प्रीमो।
The ball with that suplex, and also his super has an interrupt component to it. Can cover a lot of ground and is generally a nuisance to peel off you. One thing's for sure, this Gale is going to have plenty to do on Pinball Dreams. As he's going to be trying to push back Meow, Gero, and Noe respectively. This is a
Run on damage dealers
competition for Zeta Division.
and on assassins.
SK can't be thinking about how to counter
Bull, ऐसा क्या? And it's chocolate.
themselves, and Colette is going to round out this composition for SK.
I was going to say, you have to deal with the plethora of health points on this other side. And I was trying to rack my brain of what
एक साइड बंदों ने लिया डैमेज का पूरा, एक साइड बंदों ने लिया है डिफेंस का पूरा। वाओ,
I actually don't mind this at all. I think this is going to be a pretty solid pick.
I like push it a lot. It's going to combine, of course, with Lenar's super Gale force in being able to
सोलिएट बोलो इतना दांत चमकते वैसे ही इसते ना। नो ब्रांड नेम्स।
defense here. Let's see how it plays out in our third set.
This is a big set as well. Whoever takes it's going to have a lead and be on one set away from making it to day number 3 of the World Finals. Lana starting off on the right-hand side. The normally aggressive brawler is able to handle the other side narrowly. Yoshi already has a supercharged up Joker, a menace on this brawler as well. SK positioning themselves here very early.
There's the Gale force from Yoshi, and Novi has nothing to do. Gero here as well takes a ton of poke damage, and in comes Meow with the elbow of justice. How are they going to get rid of this El Primo? Pure damage, says Joker, and I've got plenty of it.
Joker meets him in the middle with a lot of shots.
दीवार अगर डिस्ट्रॉय हो गई तो रिको कोई काम का नहीं है, इसलिए मैं तो भाई हमेशा कोई अपने टीम में रहे रिको चाहे दूसरे की टीम में, मैं तो सब डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता हूँ, सारी दीवार गायब।
And there it is now. I can't quite connect though. Lenar having to use a gotcha gadget earlier on. It's a tough fight to beat Gero here. Nobody wants to push out Joker though with the hypercharge. Bullets flying everywhere, but Lenar goes down. Gero's going to be a problem for this Rico, and Joker doesn't even bother trying to deal with the stew. Yoshi needs a big super here, maybe hyper it, and it does come through. Two waves of Gale Force pushes Meow back. Another one. Yoshi.
ओह भाई टीम डाउन है, टीम डाउन है, कमान 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 कमान।
SK with a breakaway down the left hand in. Gero trying to defend. Meow back. Kenji in the fray as well. There's a dive in. Lana doesn't get the kill though. Navi and teammates will be able to push through. Gero back in ball control.
And now we know the Colette does have push it as a star power, so it's just displacement, not the shielding from mass tax that you more often look to take. Meow here with that hypercharge up. Lenar wants to be the one pressuring the Primo down, and so he does. Hypercharge super comes in for the Colette. Lenar definitely walks outside of that Slashini X radius, but Gero at least is able to trade. Ball is cornered. Classic SK play, but they still need a goal before they can fall back. Another super from Yoshi, making space for Joker.
Yoshi hasn't been a flashy pick, but he sure as heck has been defensive. Meow hasn't been able to break away yet. Here comes Joker with some tags. Meow with the dive in, taking flight, makes a connection. Take down alongside it. Now SK on the back line. 15 to go on the shot clock, and Zeta are trying to position themselves here. Ball left, right in SK's hands though.
Who never dies?
Again, gets rid of Meow once more. Yoshi again, rinse and repeat. Super onto Novi. Gero has to super.
भाई इसने कौन सा लिया था गेरो अंकल? अरे पहले फेंक दिया इसने, बॉल टूटने से पहले उसने अपना यूज कर लिया बॉल।
Two bodies were standing in his path alongside the goal. Now it's been cornered towards this top left side. A skate away, a dodge. Lana goes down. Yoshi making a push here. A tag onto Meow, stuns him out of the ball, but a breakaway opportunity for Zeta Division. The red roster with a chance here.
Lenar back off spawn though. Joker under pressure. Lets the super go. Can't dodge the Kenji super.
GG's, that's a goal.
Novi ends it in overtime.
Hello BB. What?
Round.
खुशू भाई को दिखाओ। ये अलग डिमांड चल रही है भाई, खुशू भाई को दिखाओ, ये अलग ही डिमांड चल रही है।
SK need to pivot off their map control. Once they get position, they need to convert into a goal. That was their biggest.
देखो सीधी सी बात है, अगर वॉल डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगी तो रिको अंकल कोई काम की नहीं है।
Had eventually overwhelmed them.
Joker gonna slow down a little bit. Looks for these tags, goes in the mid. Lana popping a gadget, a perfect dodge out of Navi there. Now Lana looking at him again. The slice and the dice. It's one goes down. 386 HP, and Lana's running for the hills. He has to corner this ball.
That's a terrible matchup for Lenar. He does not want to be spending this round fighting Novi. That's where Yoshi needs to be. Lenar though able to win it out at least with the gotcha gadget. No, it's Novi into super instead. Here's the elbow from Meow. Yoshi suplexed out of the way, and it's virtually an open goal as Gero can slot it in.
Perfect start here for Zeta.
कितना सेट से आज 5 बेस्ट ऑफ 5।
But SK Gaming not wavering here. A lot of belief in this stadium for their fellas here in blue. Zeta surrounding this ball, but an early pickup here from SK Gaming. Now's the time to push.
Yoshi, another super. Novi just blown to smithereens.
Bye.
They now
Okay.
have to turn this into a goal. But Meow's in the way. Yoshi out of possession of the ball. We'll see a twister thrown up in front of goal, but SK cannot get possession again. Lenar low. Meow will duck back to pick it up, and Joku is in trouble.
Joker in trouble and missed a huge super there. He survives, but they only get away with one kill. Yoshi thrown over the shoulders of Meow. They had an opportunity. They have to capitalize here. This is another takedown.
ये जोकर का कल से मेरे को परफॉर्मेंस थोड़ा लूजिंग लग रही है।
Gero's in no hurry right now. Zeta Division have that.
कल भी रिको खेला था ये भाई, कल भी हग्गू मुत्तू करा था इसने।
Waits it out, and SK have a chance to attack now. Once again, it's the El Primo though that stands in their way.
Gero left in the net. Navi off the respawn. Meow taking his time. Lots of hypercharges available. A lot of
3
that
deaths।
they can click at a moment's
मैंने
notice.
नेटवर्क 1 मिनट के लिए गया, क्या गया, मैं टीम में स्कोर कर दिया। वाओ
Wow. For assistance here, Joker deliberating what to do. Meow fist flying, dives in. Meow intercepts. Joker survives.
ओ भाई
He has the hypercharge. He has to push forward. 13 on the clock. Yoshi, no net. He slides it through. We're going.
That's a goal.
Time.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Zeta Division on the
और बॉल
precipice of
टूटने वाली है,
reset
जल्दी जो
now.
करना है कर लो, वैसे ही 1-1 था, अब तो हार गए तुम।
Here comes Gero, supering forward. Yoshi with a hypercharge just for the base stats. Apparently, Nobby in his fate goes for a super Lenar taken down, and Gero from out in front.
पहले ही मैंने बोला
We'll see
अगर
on the
वॉल
deal.
नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता रिको पीको।
Take Brawl Ball.
Advantage Zeta Division here.
अब माइनक्राफ्ट, माइनक्राफ्ट
EMEA's finest. And the
रिवर
defending
स्वीप
world
करेगी
champions are showing
ट्रस्ट
how fierce they
हैं?
truly are. This has been back and forth the whole way. That's exactly what we saw in this Brawl Ball set. I can't help but think back though. SK Gaming certainly had some opportunities, some missed shots, some missed supers. Zeta Division's mechanics just looked a little bit better.
This to me though is reminiscent of what we saw on that knockout set, Kenny. Zeta Division favor these higher health pool brawlers and eventually hit a critical mass where they overwhelm SK Gaming, who again are playing pretty flashy comps, right? We'd love the Rico, the Gale, the Colette.
आज स्ट्रीम चल रही है मेरे इसमें। वाओ, माइनक्राफ्ट के कैपिटल लेटर में ध्यान दो और आगे मत बोलो। वाह, स्टैट्स देखो इस 2K 9 kills, 312 का डैमेज, DPS।
The defense, great. They couldn't hold on long enough. There's only so many opportunities after so many spawns. One kill, and there's 15,000 health points of El Primo just sprinting at you. You can only hold off for so long.
It's just too much to deal with, and the El Primo doesn't really have to do anything overly special. Can strip the ball though from plays. We saw Yoshi was threatening a goal. He got suplexed back into Zeta Division's net and lost possession. And SK were in no position.
एक शब्द के लिए अनेक
to
शब्द।
actually make a shot
वाओ,
on goal. Zeta Division had not only a very solid comp, but great.
जेम करे अब लास्ट स्टॉप।
Now we're moving on to last stop. Completely different.
महेश भोला विद 40 ओल्ड मेमोरीज रिफ्रेश हो गई गोल्डी आफ्टर सो लॉन्ग। अरे अरे अरे
But to be honest with you, we give them a lot of credit at this
भाई, तुम्हारा
international
कॉलेज
stage.
का क्या चल रहा है ये
They
बताओ।
were in the Final Four last year, but other
ये
than
सब तो
that,
ठीक
things
है।
have been good in the regular season.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर 40 का सुपर चैट।
This is a match for these fellas. An opportunity to take this big organization, this huge fan base to the promised land here of day 3. That's something
2000 नहीं होंगे, 1500 ही होंगे बस आज। यस, चाहे कुछ कर लो, 1500 ही होंगे भाई, उसके ऊपर ना जा रहा ना कम हो रहा। गाइस क्या लगता, 3-1 या 3-2 जीटा एसके या 2-3 जीटा एसके? अभी देखो, देखो असली जीटा है तो देखो ये वाला तो हारेगी पक्का।
71.4% win rate, tied for the 4th most plays.
कौन है ये गोल्डी भाई? महेश बोला, महेश बोला है, पहले से आता है।
Well, the unpredictability of that hypercharge when it's
और
guaranteed to
क्या?
land some shots to explode, so much damage can be applied, and this is also just a
ये
great
सब
answer.
पुराने चावल हैं।
If you want to get aggressive, Surge is going to
अब जैसे अगर तुम, काफी सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जैसे अभी कल को उठ के वो निष्का आ जाए, तुम लोग बोले अरे गोल्डी भाई ये कौन है? तो भाई निष्का भी ओल्ड है, पुरानी सब्सक्राइबर। कल को फिर वो आ जाए, क्या बोलते हैं अपनी, अरे वो हांगकांग वाली का क्या नाम था यार, उसका नाम भूल गया मैं। हेलो संतोष वी, हाय, डू यू रिमेम्बर मी? यस, आज क्या है भाई, आज तुम लोग उठ के कैसे आ रहे हो? तुम्हें आई डू रिमेम्बर यू, बट you also coming after so much long time.
These brawlers top 5 selections yesterday. This has been concrete parts of our meta. They're constantly getting
महेश बोला बाहर से भोला, अंदर से मीठा मीठा बर्फ का गोला है। अरे अरे अरे,
mode. We'll see how it goes. I'm mixed emotions just because I do.
finally Kenji is been banned.
1/3 of the time yesterday that he won, and obviously the game mode's different. The map pool.
आपके पुराने
The sentiment still remains the same.
सब्सक्राइबर्स
The
के
damage is
नाम
something that's
बताओ।
going to be an issue. He powers up
अभी तो
your
बताया,
life. Your teammates aren't exploding if they're not
अभी
taking
तो नाम
damage.
बताया, और क्या बताऊं?
Miss a shield, it's so costly. And I love this response from SK Gaming. They're going to go with a mid of their own that's going to outrange, out DPS the
क्या
Gus.
बात
So
है,
I
ओल्ड
think
सब्सक्राइब,
the
ओल्ड सबस रियूनियन।
would be better than the Gus in a one-on-one.
And in theory, that means SK Gaming have priority, maybe an early gem lead. The ability to let their side laners go ham. Tara getting picked up here. I mean, she can obviously now with that hypercharge blow terrain apart with that.
भैया हमें मत भूल जाना इन पुराने लोगों की याद में। जो पुराने हैं वो भी याद हैं, जो नए हैं वो भी याद हैं।
Definitely. It's been a while. It's funny too because last year the meta didn't really
ना
revolve around
पुरानों
Tara
के
at this
जाने
point
का
either.
गम,
But I still remember
ना नए के
seeing
आने की खुशी,
Tara showing up.
जो है
And I
अभी
think in
प्रेजेंट
Brawl
में
specifically, when you have
वही
the
मेन
super,
है।
and now Tara obviously equipped with a hypercharge since then,
Which makes her super bigger.
exactly, which is easier to hit, disrupts the gym count.
Oh
It's just
yeah.
one big play. Tara might be
Booster.
able to count on. However, this counter pick on the other side, it is a tank, but you can get rid of any effect of that pull from Tara's super. This might be the answer that Zeta Division needs.
सही बात है,
Response from the Buster here for Zeta.
एकदम सही पकड़े हैं।
Tickets to the semi-finals with a winner over regional rivals SK Gaming. By the way, it's not that it's acrimonious.
Oh
These guys are
yeah,
friends. I got smashed by
चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
the other day, so they hang out. But still, this game means so much to both of them, and SK Gaming now need to force a set 5.
Interregional pride on the line. A day 3 ticket to the World Finals on the line, and Joker starting out early with a couple.
अरे भाई ये बस्टर अंकल अकेले वहां करने क्या गए थे कि मैं खींच लूंगा किसी को? भाई अगर सर्ज हो गया लेवल 3 तो इनकी बैंड बजेगी। ऑलमोस्ट उसके 2 शॉट तो लग ही गए थे, 2 और मारेगा हो जाएगा। नाइस वन। अरे भाई भाई लेनिन भाई तो क्लच पे क्लच ही कर रहा है भाई, अकेले बस्टर को हरा के आ गया भाई वो।
Splitting the map, it's going to have to be the Buster coming in from above with that montage super. Now has just hit level 2. Nobody can take map control behind that super now, and he does. Joker at 9 gems though. There's a gravity thrown down. Healing Shade doesn't quite make it to Lenar when Novi's able to bring him down. Joker's in trouble. He's got to get out with the pop in. 1 gem away are SK Gaming.
And now they've gotten all their bushes revealed. Joker
पक्का लास्ट सेट तक जाएगा नहीं, वो जाएगा ही, जीता है भाई।
But if he does, this gets dangerous. Navi with a super, and now Lana falls once again. Yashi under pressure. Joker can't make a move, and SK Gaming are just left away.
Pops the hyper. A big hit on Meow should let Lana into these bushes to pressure the Clancy. Now just dodging one of those shots. Yoshi, not the one you want to fight the Buster apparently. And Joker still sitting on 9 gems now is in danger.
Meow got away with one there. He was able to hide, and this gym count increasing by the second. They haven't found a way to heal with the right or the left lane. Yashi diving in. He has to make a move. There's one. Hypercharge.
Oh!
Meow low HP. He narrowly dodges though. The counter. A sharpshooter shot connects, but Garrow's one away.
Here comes Lana. Big super. It's massive.
फिनिश खत्म, टाटा बाय बाय हो गया। 18 जेम्स लेके आ गए भाई, 9 पे लेके घूम रहे थे। लेनैन बोलते
with the playmaking potential. It's a hypercharged super from Leonard, dropped down and 9 gems spilled. What a comeback for SK.
One big play. It's all you need.
It was super up
to. They were outclassed in the second half of game number 1. But they get a good one here. That's all it takes. That's the factor Tara brings. And now Joker back in position and already with an early gym count here.
Now getting aggressive despite only being rank 1 there, Kenny. Yoshi goes in, now be able to use that instant replay to draw him in. That's going to be a gravity from Lenar. A lot of loose gems here. Joker back in position with a kooky popper is going to force him off that line.
Yoshi a wide open right-hand side lane. Garrow backed up, pressure being applied from Lenar. Nalby trying to move forward, and there's the perfect pull that they needed. Joker forced away.
Still though, 3 gems to SK Gaming's name. They are in this. Still level 1 though is Yoshi.
हाइपर चार्ज हो चुका है, चार्ज तारा आंटी का।
But that's a torrent from Meow that vaporizes him.
Lenar still holding on to this hypercharge. Some extra gadgets. He's not quite sure where these guys are. A little bit of scouting report done. Does his due diligence. Now he's sneaking up with the backhand line. Joker gets one. There's the pull, but he can't get it fully. Garrow down. Yoshi moving in now, and gems being collected for SK. They are a narrow lead.
But now Novi is carrying the gems. Can he be nearly as aggressive while he is the player that has the win condition in hand? Yoshi wants to come forward at level 3. He's looking scary, but Novi has super available.
Hypercharge for Joker. Long range shots. He's playing it carefully, looking for that extra speed. Now down low, has to dive away. And Garo looking to match. Navi slowly bringing this Zeta division.
इसका हाइपर चार्ज हो गया, चार्ज।
Yoshi with the hypercharge goes aggressive. He needs to get to Navi though. The shots bouncing around the corner. Put some serious pressure on the Buster. But Garo snaps another gem up. It's 9-7. One more for SK and Navi knows it. He's got to come forward. But Yoshi hits harder.
हो गया, खत्म, फिनिश, टाटा बाबा हो गया।
From Lenar. And Garo is on the outside.
2-2।
And SK Gaming have 10 gems in Joker's pocket. And Zeta Division see the writing on the wall. Guess what, Brawl Nation?
भाई बिल्ली के आवाज में जो क्लैंसी खेल रहा है उसका नाम बोलो। बिल्ली की आवाज में जो क्लैंसी खेल रहा है उसका नाम बोलो। कहाँ है भाई, क्या नाम था, कौन बिल्ली खेल रहा था?
Haymaker after haymaker being thrown from these superstar EMEA teams. Let's have a look back over this gem grab set, which really felt like it was decided. But some huge Tara supers and Yoshi finally getting involved in that last round to close it out.
I got real nervous for SK Gaming. I'll be honest with you.
कॉलेज चल रहा है, अभी ईयर 3 में हूँ, जस्ट 1 मोर ईयर टू गो, उसके बाद जॉब्स एंड प्लेसमेंट्स। तो तुम्हारा तो उधर पे हुआ था, वहीं पे हो या चेंज कर लिया था? बोल रहे थे ना फाइनल नहीं था उस टाइम तक। तारा ने अच्छा खेला।
Another example of a Gus game that doesn't look good on paper here, Kenny. Garo first picks that safe.
बोला था भाई, सर्ज इज इक्वल टू 100% विन। तारा और सर्ज ने जिताया। अरे पूरी टीम ने जिताया भाई। पाइपर होल्ड करके रखी हुई थी जेम्स। मिड होल्ड करना ही मेन चीज है। मिड होल्ड किया, बढ़िया।
The surprise attack factor, especially on a map like that where it's two very narrow, skinny lanes that are covered in grass. If you get one launch of that pool,
हाँ, दिल्ली लेफ्ट कर दिया है। आई एम इन Hyderabad, got better course here and also it's nearer to my home state. Nice. बढ़िया भाई, बढ़िया। क्योंकि एक टाइम पे ये और स्वप्निल दोनों कॉलेज खेल रहे थे। स्वप्निल अपना उसमें ट्रिपल आईटी में चला गया। ओ भाई, ये वाला मैप लॉन्ग रेंजर्स चाहिए भाई, नानी चाहिए, नानी इसमें। अरे बोला ना मैंने, लेनन ऑन डैमेज डीलर्स एंड असैसिन्स डेड ओपोनेंट्स। मैं आता 10 बजे 5 मिनट में। वाह, एंजिलो। और क्या है, केंजी बैन कर दिए इनने। ओ भाई, स्प्राउट बैन किया यार। नानी बैन है, आरटी बैन है, मैक्स बैन है। या बैक देन मी एंड स्वप्निल। यस, इसमें भी 1-1 होके लास्ट तक जाएगा ऑब्वियसली। इस जीता सीआर के मैच में भी ऐसी ही उम्मीद करना, मैं बता रहा हूँ। जीनी जो लेगा वो जीतेगा। लेट्स सी। पाइपर ले ली गई है जीटा डिवीजन के द्वारा। एंजेलो केंजी लो। ओ वेट, केंजी बेंड। यस, केंजी इज बेंड। अबे इससे 5 मिनट इतनी जल्दी हो गए। 10 बजे आऊंगा बोल के 5 मिनट वाला लिखने वाला तुरंत आ गया। ऐसा कैसन? जीनी गोस टू जीटा। भोला भाई कौन से कॉलेज में हो? ये तो भोले हैं। जहाँ इनकी गर्लफ्रेंड बोल देती है कि इस कॉलेज में आ जाना, तो उस कॉलेज में चले जाते हैं। मेरे ब्रॉल स्टार्स फ्रेंड लिस्ट में है एक सुपर स्वप्निल नाम का बंदा। ढोलकपुर कॉलेज, अरे अरे वहां तो फ्री लड्डू मिलते होंगे, इधर ही लोकल कॉलेज में हूँ।
I mean, this is aggressive. This isn't a tank, but it's certainly aggressive. They're pairing it with a Gus.
ओ शी, भूल गया मी वॉज AFK।
Somebody alone Carl and make sure that he stays
नहीं, नो गर्लफ्रेंड गोल्ड। अरे भाई 2 साल में भी तुम गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं बना पाए तो कब बना? नहीं, कब
One flying hook guarantees a blue star every time.
कब बनेगी?
So crucial at a professional level.
आई एम फ्रॉम कर्नाटका। इतने में वो आनिध्य अंकल की 3 गर्लफ्रेंड बन गई हैं, 4 ब्रेकअप 3 गर्लफ्रेंड, वो भी कर्नाटका से हैं। सीखो। अब AFK, वाह, शकल ही नहीं दी है ऐसा भगवान ने। उसको कौन सी दी है? उस बिलैया शकल वाले को किसने दी है? कॉन्फिडेंस, इट इज ऑल अबाउट कॉन्फिडेंस। मैं भी, अरे नियो भाई कैसे हो? काल कौन लेता है? पैसा खाया है।
There's no potential really for all in outside of the Carl, and clearly Zeta aren't worried about it. Lamp blowout though wouldn't have been shocking either. Gero poked down early, and of course that blue star already going over to SK Gaming.
Lana still in the mid, hovering around this wall, just trying to be annoying, a nuisance in the Zeta division.
अरे मैं बता रहा हूँ, शकल नहीं चाहिए, बात करनी आनी चाहिए, इसलिए नहीं है बीवी। वाह, चलो बताओ आपकी सैम कॉलेज में कितनी बनी थी? ओपन क्वेश्चन हो जाए आज। मैं बता तो रहा हूँ, मैं कॉलेज गया ही नहीं हूँ भाई। अब बताया तो, आई हैव नॉट गॉन टू कॉलेज।
No kills, and the first one pops. Yashi grabs one. Navi trying to get aggressive here. I think this is a little bold. Angelo makes a tag. Lana wants more, though. He has a shield applied to him, and they force out a super from Garo, but the pull goes through. Response.
Oh, yeah.
The blue star, but they're still behind by 1, Kenny. Every magic hand has to connect here for Zeta Division. Lunar's the most durable brawler on SK Gaming, and will still instantly get blown up if he gets hooked in. It's a little bit dangerous for Lunar there. Novi coming up that right side, telegraphing a potential all-in here.
Now they're backed up against their walls. The Evil Spirit, it does connect to Lana. Zeta Division now with the lead. Hypercharge popped as well, so they can have a quicker escape route. And now it's going to come down to SK Gaming. They have to get aggressive.
And they have to go in with a Carl.
20 seconds remaining.
Novi builds a super.
एक गया, देखते जा। चैट चैट ऐसे कैसे एक्सटर्नल कोड्स लिया था क्या? भाई बताया तो, चाहिए, हम चाहिए करने वाले। SK Gaming wins. जीत गए, and it's a set point, match point, जेला point, बिल्ला point, सेमीफाइनल का पॉइंट मैच। भाई हुग्गा बॉय ने अपनी शील्ड उठा के दी कार्ल को, जिसके पास ऑलरेडी सुपर था, बोला जा कूद जा।
SK once again backed up to their spawn side. Still the star advantage. They're playing this defensively. They don't have to overdo it. Normally a really aggressive comp, but they're going to be passive aggressive on this.
जीता 2 लगातार जीतेगी। पैसे का चक्कर बाबू भैया, पैसे का चक्कर है। And they got a kill. एंड ये बिल्कुल लास्ट तक खींचने वाली स्ट्रेटजी अभी तक चल ही रही है भाई। कब, कितनी पुरानी स्ट्रेटजी कब तक खींचेंगे? इनके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में लिखा होता है क्या कि भले ही कुछ हो जाए, लास्ट तक खींचना है तो खींचना ही है।
Even though they're down, Blue Star matters. When not diving in, they're going for a little positioning here. They have to set themselves up for one.
Oh. Magic hand is being missed.
Composure now for SK Gaming. They know what they have to do. They need Yoshi super online. And Lana needs to build one too. They need to be able to full engage.
कम ऑन फुग्गा बॉय, अगर फुग्गा बॉय को मिल गया भाई सुपर, फिर तो बैंड बज जाएगी इनकी. एक ही जगह तो है.
Joker now, shot clock available. One kill possibly away from day number 3. Lana in position, Yoshi flanks. Now he on the left hand in. Yoshi looking for get him in position. This could be a reroll.
और भाई एक ही जगह घुसे हुए हैं सब. जीत गए. थैंक यू. गोल्डी भाई, इन लोगों के हाथ कांपते होंगे ना जब लास्ट मैच पॉइंट होता है तो. बिल्कुल होता होगा, ऑब्वियस सी बात है. एसटीओपी जॉर्ड प्रेडिक्शन तो है. गोल्डी प्रेडिक्शन ऑन पॉइंट. अरे भाई देखो, स्क्रिप्ट पता है अपने को यार, स्क्रिप्ट पता है.
In a moment that defies belief, SK Gaming turn a 2-star deficit into a 1-star lead, and that, folks, is all they need to send last year's world
एसटी वोट किया अपन भी. पार्टी बदलू साला, पार्टी बदल लिया साला. अभी तक तो ये जीटा जीटा लगा था, अभी अचानक से वो भाई. लेनान अंकल, आपको वोट देंगे. आपको, आपके लिए ये वाला ठेंगा आपके लिए. ले 72 का डीपीएस है भाई उसका, 1 किल लिया है उसने. चलो फिर भी चलो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, सह लेंगे थोड़ा लेनान भाई के लिए. 1440 हो गए. नाइस. अब यार जीटा ना लास्ट सेट के दोनों मैच के एंड में हक दिया. सह लेंगे थोड़ा सा. ओके चलो, इट्स टाइम टू चेंज द पोल. अबे हम्बल वर्सेस पायनियर्स.
Every team is just fighting for their lives to the point where a world champion goes down in our quarterfinals. MVP for the people at home, the man that revolves around
Lene
Lana had a big job playing the Carl on bounty, means that he had to be the one ultimately to choose to decide when to go in. We talked about the win condition. Make sure Yoshi can give him a shield. Send Lana in. And it's the classic Swiss.
और हमारी जनता ने भी जो वोट किया था एकदम सही वोट किया था. 57% लोगों ने एसके वोट किया था और यस एसके विंस. क्या बात है.
Was a set that ought to be studied. And I'll give you something else for homework, folks. Let's check our bracket and see how things stand as of the end of our first quarterfinal. SK Gaming advanced to take on the winner of Humble and Pioneers, making it to the semi-finals. Something tells me it might just be destiny for this team.
I couldn't help but win.
The organization Zeta Division has won the World Finals in two World Finals in a row.
Pioneers going to be a
अबे
strong opponent
3
for them as well, coming up just a little bit later down the line. And on that lower side of the bracket, still more EMEA action. Reply totem there.
3 वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स जीते हैं इन लोगों ने लगातार. ऐसा कब हो गया भाई?
They see Zeta Division out of the way, and I'm sure they're not too upset about it.
Oh, buddy, absolutely.
ऑलरेडी हैट्रिक करके बैठे हैं साले. निकालो सालों को, पहले चप्पल ही मार के निकालेंगे भाई, बता रहे हैं हम तुमको. पहले से ही 3 विन लेके बैठे हैं भाई ये तो.
Event.brawlstars.com. Head over there, get your predictions in, and get yourself some fantastic in-game loot, including potential hypercharge. You can see how much of a difference those have been making over the course of these
एक और आ गया. STA Gaming finished in place in EMEA. EMEA 1 पे है क्या? And the answer is 3. थर्ड प्लेस पे थी. थर्ड प्लेस हो गए 1500. क्या बात थी.
World Finals are brought to you by ESL, Monster Energy, and DHL.
Once upon a brawl.
अबव चैट, हाँ 1 मिनट पढ़ते हैं। मैंने इंस्टा अकाउंट डिलीट मार दी थी, नाउ आई एम नॉट ऑन एनी सोशल मीडिया। क्यों भाई, ऐसा क्या हो गया? बाय गाइस, बाय। स्ट्रीम देख के सही मार्क कर दिया। खाना हो गया आपका? यस डैन। लेकिन यार रिवॉर्ड्स तो आ ही नहीं रहे कल के। आएंगे आएंगे। बाय बाय जीटा। यस बाय बाय। हु इज द कोच ऑफ पाइनियर्स? भाई कोच का तो जीरो आइडिया भाई। फिलिप 47 कोच है पाइनियर्स का। क्या खाया? रोटी सब्जी नमकीन, घर पर बनाया हुआ। ऐसे ही बस हो गया सोशल मीडिया से, इसलिए सारे अकाउंट्स डिलीट कर दिए।
Already underway with SK Gaming eliminating Zeta Division from the competition just moments ago. But
मिल
we
के
gotta
एक
keep it
बचा है
rolling
या
and introduce
चटका
our
दिया
next
सब आप
quarterfinalists
है
to
बचा।
the stage. Your first team is
इतना भी
currently
नहीं खाता भाई मैं
1-1
मीठा।
at the Brawl Stars World Finals and making their debut on the main stage all the way from North America. It is Payne, second best, and Juan Carlos. They are Pioneers.
Pioneer. Paula in the background. नहीं आता आंसर तो जल्दी मार्क कर दिया करो, हम तो सही कर दें देख के। वाह।
They are humble.
हम्बुल। Chambul is humble. Luki, Symantec, boss.
Back to the Brawl Stars Championship World Finals. What a
मेरा
day
तो हो
it's
गया
been
आज
so
का।
far.
क्या
Travis
बात।
back on the desk. We've almost lost our voices from watching that last matchup.
Honestly, that was some of the best gameplay
ये
we've
बड़ी
seen in a
अच्छी
while in the
बात
Brawl
कही
Stars
आप।
Championship, and no better place than that for the Brawl Stars World Finals.
Absolutely crazy. Well, we've got to gear up our next matchup. Let's touch first and foremost on Pioneers. A great run for them this year, Travis. It's got to be said, 2 Grand Finals wins, 2 Grand Finals appearances, 2 for them, and for Juan Carlos for Payne for second best. A very, very important day.
I mean, second best looked kind of fresh out of bed there, coming in his pajama bottoms as well, walking onto the stage.
like
I'm
the
not
knitwear.
Reward
I
unlocked.
don't know if he's always chronically in bed or what, but you know, he loves his long-range brawlers, and I think that reflects
Burjur.
what a player he's genuinely been all year long.
It really has, and it's been great to watch Second develop along the years, and he's certainly earned his place on the world stage. Fantastic to see him now being able to find his place, and certainly though, must be said,
Second
humble,
best
being a
YT
fierce
videos
opposition.
is
They are
too
the number one
funny.
seed in the EMEA region.
SSG
And
को
we've just
हराया
seen
है
how
इन
well
लोगों
the
ने।
EMEA can do on the world stage as well.
हाँ,
4 of the
अंबल
5
पहले भी
teams
अच्छे ही
proved
खेलती
in
थी।
EU as well, and this team tops all of them as far as the regular season goes. Semantic, Lukey, and Boss being the humble roster.
Got to mention as well, Lukey, what a fantastic year it's been for him. Someone that I've really felt was a shining star last year.
Pioneers.
Came just shy at the LCQ.
Pioneers,
Certainly
Pioneers.
this year has been flying.
It's gonna be
Absolutely flying.
difficult for
And,
them.
you know, it's hard to even recall the fact that it's his first World Finals appearance. I mean, for someone in that position, you know, you've got to give him a lot of credit for how he's been handling himself. For Semantic, this is his 4th World Finals. For Boss, this is his 2nd. So in that regard, less experience, but that boy can play.
Yeah, I mean, how much expectation
भाई सबने वोट किया है अंबल को।
and 2024 when he turned freshly 16.
हमारी चैट में भी हम्बल को 89%, कैनी, आर्ग, ट्रैव, रेडी सेट, उबेर and your prediction from the Brawl Stars all goes to the humble. Very humble, very humble.
I can understand it. It makes a lot of sense for sure. But I've got to say as well, like Semantic being like on the humble squad is the most experienced of that squad. Before this World Finals, had only won 8 sets in World Finals. I mean, the 4 that they won yesterday made it 12 in total. That's the third of his entire career of sets won in World Finals. So certainly had to break that curse, and that's brought him to where they are today. For Humble, this is a huge test for them. Pioneers and the North American region, for me, have been just excelling this year to all new heights. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring today.
See, the thing is, I think this is consistency from EMEA versus the complete opposite from North America. Pioneers obviously coming in as the number 2 seed from NA. First month, they get knocked out first. Second month, they win. Third month, they go back to being knocked out again. And then the next month, they win once more. Kind of ending somewhere in the middle in July, 3rd to 4th as well. So it's been a very back and forward year for them. And on the world stage, you need the complete opposite. You need to always be focused. You need to always be bringing your best. And I just hope that's going to be what Humble are doing, Pioneers are doing today, sorry.
मुझे कल की रैंक ड्रॉप से स्किन मिला, क्या बात है, क्या करोगे भाई इतने स्किन का, वैसे खरीद लेते हो आप तो। ये मैच के बाद जाओगे या देखोगे? देख लेंगे किसका जिसका बचा है, अगर लगेगा कि बहुत लंबा खिंच रहा है तो चले जाएंगे। बाकी कल की तरह 11:30 तक तो हैं, 11:30 के बाद नहीं पता।
But nobody wants to finish second in the Brawl Stars World Finals. You want the
डिनर करके आ गया, आइए आइए। सीआर का यार वो तो देखना पड़ेगा भाई, भाई वो तो देखना पड़ेगा भाई। लास्ट वाला भले ही ना देखे, वो सीआर वाले का तो देखना पड़ेगा भाई।
Putting a lot of faith, it must be said, in the side of Humble, but we can't forget the fact that Pioneers have just been so fearful on the battlefield. They look really, really good, in my opinion. For high
पुल क्या खाया? पुल ने आज चिकन बिरयानी चटकाई है।
The Lola, the Chuck, and the Melody. Definitely a nice thing to see the Melody taken out of the mix there. The Mo also, and the Kenji, I think for good reason. A first pick of Angelo.
Angelo.
This brawler on his map is just a nightmare to deal with. So the fact that that has slipped through is definitely a worrisome thing, followed up by the Amber.
Chembur from Chembur.
Yesterday on this very place, but it just didn't really kind of bring in the goods.
I'm so glad you expanded on hating Angelo, because I was like, what do you mean you hate Angelo?
अरे बिल्ला, बिल्ला is here.
Extremely annoying. That, however, is not something I would have expected to see on a bridge too far. Kit, what is he thinking?
NA, bro, NA. I mean,
संस्कार बाइक बड़ा मुस्कुरा रहे हैं।
especially on a mode like Heist, it's
फ्रेंच बीन्स चना दाल रोटी। अरे भाई कहाँ हम बिरयानी की उम्मीद लगा के बैठे थे, दाल रोटी ले आई उठा के।
That is definitely a boss brawler if I ever saw one. He is dangerous, absolutely dangerous on the Colt, and that was another one.
कौन लेता है इसमें? अरे वो टंग जाएगा ना किसी के ऊपर। अब सोचो वो टैंक के ऊपर अगर जाके टंगेगा या असैसिन के ऊपर, वो तो वक्त ही बताएगा। लेकिन बिल्ला जिसके ऊपर भी टंगेगा उसको मस्त हील देगा और बॉम्ब फेंकेगा वो अलग।
Honestly, I was thinking Colette, right? You see a Kit on the other side and you kind of like, okay, they're probably going to go a tank. You even mentioned the Frank, which is just absolutely out of the ordinary. We probably would have never seen it in competitive Brawl Stars before.
बिल्ला दड़ियल।
They're probably going to go a tank. We'll take the Colette and kind of just shred through it. It's good on the map, good on Heist as well. So we'll see what Pioneers do choose to bring in, whether or not they're going to just pivot off something completely different.
देखो जो कुछ भी लेगा वो पानी के ऊपर ना चल सके वैसे वाले को लेगा। ये जॉन कार्लोस बी टॉप प्लेयर है ना?
It's probably going to be second best on that belt. And for me, one of the finest Bell players in North America. He is just such an incredible shot.
John, you
on.
on.
Somewhat. Did that change the course of the action along the way when they saw what Humble brought to the table? Because it just doesn't really feel to me like it has too much of a synergy. It does,
And here we go.
Between the lanes and provide a bit of support wherever it needs to be. But I don't know, it's probably my least favorite brawler to be seen in this draft.
Yeah, well, instantly invising straight down the mid. Luki going to be starting off with a few missed shots against him there, but eventually Juan Carlos will come out of that cardboard box and become visible once more. Boss going to pick up this left-hand side against second best quite early on and should be adding some decent damage to the safe to kick off this match.
Halo as well as immediately Humble have got a huge advantage as a three-man squad pushing through the mid, just second best now as the only Pioneers player still alive. Hayno coming back into the mid and already being tapped up as Luki's been quite accurate there with the help of the damage boost. Nice to catch it away as well.
Nice try to catch it, but हो गया। बिल्ले का तो काम डल गया भाई, बिल्ले का तो काम डल गया भाई। अरे अरे थम्स डाउन इधर आ भाई, अरे चलता रहता है। पायनियर्स वाले अंकल यही ऐसे थम्स डाउन मिलेगा तुम्हें। खत्म हो गया भाई, टॉक्सिक टीम आई कैसे यहाँ तक, ऐसे ही तो जीती है। नर्व कंट्रोल भाई, नर्व कंट्रोल जो करेगा उस टाइम पर वो जीतेगा, और शायद स्पेस स्टेशन ने नहीं किया और हार गए। SSG उतने में सेफ खत्म।
Double right-hand side. I much prefer this strategy as well. Juan Carlos has kind of gone under the radar so far in the bush, but it seems Semantic might be scouting out, trying to get a feel of where he is. And Luki going to be able to join him over this side thanks to the ability that Angela provides. Almost takes him down, and Boss doing a great job here. Jump once again from Luki. The countermeasures are there, and it's all Humble once more.
Juan Carlos there just a sitting duck effectively here. Luki trying to find a second inversion. Luki comes out on top.
उसके मुंह पे जाके एंजेलो ने चिपकाया, वो अटैक भी नहीं कर रहा। बोले यार मार ले भाई, मैं यहीं खड़ा हूँ, आराम से मार। बोले ये ले पुचुक, बोले ओके मैं चला। अरे भाई क्या है, ये अपना अलग ही नशे में है भाई। भाई कितने पैसे मिले इनको? भाई उनने बोल दिया तुम तोड़ो, सेफ तोड़ो भाई, खत्म करो। अब ऐसा लग रहा है उनकी टीम खुद ही बोल रही कि हम तो हार नहीं आए, जल्दी हराओ, हम जाएं घर जाएं। ऐसे ही बोल देते हैं हम्बल 3-0 खेल क्यों रहे। अरे हाँ टाइम बच जाता है यार, हम लोग का टाइम बच जाता है। कोई सिनर्जी कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है इनका। देखो सीधी सी बात है, अगर मान लो उसने बिल्ला लिया भी है तो अपनी मर्जी से तो नहीं लिया होगा, पूछ के ही लिया होगा ऑब्वियसली। फिर इतना गुस्सा किस चीज का? तुम्हारी स्ट्रेटजी काम नहीं कर रही, उसके लिए थम्स डाउन दिखाने वाला कौन सा नया फंड है भाई? भाई 11 का DPS है भाई। मैंने जिंदगी में पहले 50 देखा तो मेरे को लग रहा इससे नीचे तो नहीं जाएगा, इसके नीचे तो कोई नहीं जा सकता। अब मुझे तो लग रहा कोई 0 का DPS भी देख लूं तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होने वाली है अब तो। 11 का शगुन तो आ गया भाई। मस्त खेला किट, घंटा ट्रोल। अरे ट्रोल इधर पे आके ट्रोल करेंगे, पागल हो गया। इधर पे आके ट्रोल करने वाले को कितना नुकसान है, करोड़ों में भाई नुकसान। डॉलर्स में मिल रहे हैं पैसे, डॉलर्स में। करोड़ों का नुकसान करने के लिए कौन ट्रोल करने आ रहा है इधर भाई? इतने अमीर कौन है? ऐसा कौन सा स्पॉन्सर मिल गया इनको जो इतने अमीर बना दिया इनको?
Until they're going to be completely wiped out the competition, and they're going to have to make a change. We're heading on to sneaky fields in Brawl Ball, and if he gets that kind of low DPS again, I'd be worried about what's going on.
I said going against my least favorite brawler, but I kind of expected.
जॉन कार्लोस टॉप 1 था, ऐसा कैसे किट लेगा? सोचो, ट्रोल कर रहे बस भाई। अगर इस सिचुएशन में आके कोई ट्रोल करने ही सोच रहा ना भाई, मैं इस टीम में जाना चाहूंगा प्लीज। इनका इतना पैसा है कि यहाँ पे आके इतना रिस्क ले सकते हैं लोग। इनको ये टूर्नामेंट खेलने की जरूरत नहीं है भाई, फिर तो इनको अलग से खेलने दो यार। ये तो खुद ही अपने वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स कर लेंगे। Charge is equal to 100% win. Wow. अरे भाई क्लेंसी आ गया यार, कैंजी भी तो है, कैंजी क्लेंसी। अरे भाई क्या अब मोय अच्छा हुआ बैन था, नहीं तो मोय भी आता भाई इनकी टीम में।
Such a free Gale map for me, honestly, going into that Kenji and
मनु जी पे यूज करता है। अरे 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 कैसी बातें कर रहे हो,
no, I mean the amount of utility
जी
that
पे
Gale brings
जी
to
पे।
a really sticky situation, as well as locking down some of these lane sides. Exactly that. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I think Humble are reading this one like a book.
Yeah, you're reading it like a book as well today. You're on fire today, Ark, with these
Is that a
graphics.
compliment from you?
वैसे ये जो टीम हारी है, ये जीती, इनको स्पॉन्सर वाले तो पैसे पूरा देते हैं ना। ऑब्वियसली पैसे तो एडवांस में मिलते हैं, भले ही जीते हैं हारे उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, पैसे तो पूरे मिलेंगे। लाइक करोड़। वाह, लड्डू भेजूंगा भाई, तू भी भेज। अरे लड्डू बेसन के,
Yeah, Stu especially in the
मेरे को भूख लग गई।
scenarios, you're going to be able to really just get a nice lineup shot.
भूख नहीं है, भूख।
Against some meteor brawlers like the Kenji, able to dash away and provide some speed zone potential off the back of that gadget also, or the breakthrough as well. On a map like Sticky Fields, that can go a long way too. Third and final.
सोन पापड़ी भेजा। अरे अरे भाई भाई,
It's got to be a good one. They are lacking to deliver.
लेजेंड सोन पापड़ी इज्जत।
Charlie. Ooh, I don't know. Charlie's been out of the kind of meta for a while. I was kind of. I was
अरे ये
banking
क्या
on
हुआ?
that one being an easy- I'm certainly not a Charlie. A brawler which, ironically enough, we didn't see kind of like once in last year's World Finals, and I'm not sure how much we've really seen it.
जी पे का लड्डू। अरे अरे मुझे 1 करोड़ का लड्डू भेजो भाई। जी पे पीपे का लड्डू नहीं चाहिए मेरे को, 1 करोड़ का लड्डू चाहिए।
Just so odd to me.
पैनिस का कोच भी लाइक, मैं इनको नहीं जानता। इट्स अ सिचुएशन लाइक वेयर गैरी कर्सन इज सेइंग, ये पाकिस्तान वालों का कोच नहीं बनूंगा भाई, मैं बता रहा हूँ। मैंने कुछ नहीं सिखाया इन लोगों को, ये अपना अलग ही चलते रहते हैं। मैं बोलता हूँ उधर जाके थोड़ा दौड़ लगा लो, ये पेट जाके फुलाते रहते हैं अंदर। बर्गर खा रही था एक व्यक्ति,
Magic there, sending some love, looking very confident.
पूरी टीम के लिए जितना बर्गर मंगाया था अकेले बैठ के खा रहा, वो पूरा बैग लेके गया है।
Great, isn't he? He's being a long
बता रहा हूँ मैं, गैरी कर्सन नाम है मेरा। मैं इंडिया को वर्ल्ड कप जिताया था 2011 में। मैं इनका कोच नहीं हूँ भाई, ये पाकिस्तान वालों को कोच नहीं हूँ मैं बता रहा हूँ बिल्कुल।
And then coming back this year and coming back as strong as he has, I think that we don't sing his praises nearly enough because he is a kind of
$20 तो
perfect
मिल
mix of
गए हैं उन्हें।
background, a very quiet and but very well mannered individual, and it's just great to see him bring out some of those really aggressive brawlers this year, tapping with those cold picks and those long range brawlers, and just a very aggressive and all rounded player.
बीच वाले की शक्ल देखो
Pioneers are going to be able to even out the score and bring it back to 1-1. A very disappointing initial
भाई,
set from them against this
अलग सदमे में है वो बंदा,
walking over them. Just
और उसके लिए हम फिर वही गाना बजाना चाहेंगे,
bridge too far.
खड़ा हूँ आज भी वही।
Surprised if that exact same thing happens again. Pioneers need to change their strategy. They need to change what they're doing here, or they're going to be going home early in day 2.
Well, I think Payne's got some hand warmers there, so maybe that's the strat. You know, if the thumbs aren't warmed up, just get the whole hands going, I guess. But as we
चलो शुरू करते हैं। और क्या इस बार पायनियर्स कमबैक करेगा या नहीं, जाने के लिए देखते रहिए।
be a mistake, a second already going immediately in there. On Semantic goes in with a nice slice and dice, but Semantic gets the final say. The takedown is there. The good defense is with Payne and Juan Carlos are pretty weak.
एंड टीम फिनिश्ड।
Gets them all the way back to spawn, but it really does nothing for the team as they have zero control. Semantic's going to break some walls, get that grass opened up a little bit more, and make it a lot harder for second best to really show his worth. Lukey with a knockback, not going to have
अबे
that stunning blow. as we
अबे
see.
साले इन मैं तो पहले टीम को भाई इसको मैं भगा देता, ये कौन स्पैम करता रहता है।
Forwards might be able to get a super here and knock them all the way back. Twist the place down to prevent Payne from getting.
थम्स डाउन को बैन करने वाले को भाई सबसे पहले तो इनको सिखाता है कि थम्स डाउन कब यूज करना है।
For this goal.
तो मार रहे हो वे, फिर भी थम्स डाउन ही यूज कर रहा, साले गोबर।
Very reserveful there of the cocoon to ensure that he didn't waste it. It's going to be good to have.
भाई ये हार नहीं आए हैं क्या, मुझे कुछ
Oh, and a follow-up from
मेरे को
Boston there as
समझ
well.
नहीं आ रहा है इनका करना क्या चाह रहे हैं।
Here's as Humble pushing forwards. It's just second best now. That twister was perfectly placed by Lukey. A simple super shot with a bit of miscommunication, but I think it would have been better to maybe do exactly what they did. In all honesty, I think that Payne coming in there would have been able to shut that down regardless. So Boss there coming back, I don't mind it.
Yeah, at least it's a 1-for-1 super trade. You know, Lukey might have used the super to pass the ball forward, but Payne.
जीटा वालों ने पैसे दिए क्या इनको, जीटा विन का बोर्ड लेके घूम रहे हैं।
Get his super again and the hyper hypercharge along the way. Quankolos trying to defend this ball in the corner. Pain in the goal mouth. They're just getting slowed, beaten down until Humble can get an opening. And at the moment, it's going to present itself pretty soon.
I like this from Humble. They're just keeping things consistent and keeping the pressure on Pioneers.
कैंजी की तो कंबल कुटाई चल रही है भाई,
Trying not to feed as much into Pain as he's probably the best person to have on that
यही
team.
सेकंड बेस्ट नाम का।
Super pass from Semantic and Lukey will be the one to score it and place
भाई
Humble.
कौन से नशे करके आया है?
Well, hypercharge ready to roll for Boss still. And
बोले हम नहीं जानते इसको, ये दारू पी लिया था रात में, अभी तक उतरी नहीं है इसकी, हम नहीं जानते इसको भाई।
mobility. Lukey going to be landing directly where second best is as well. I mean, guys, we need to see something past one. I mean, that was a very bad communication there, but still might be able to walk it. Definitely should have been a goal for Humble, but with 20 seconds on the clock, no need for that overextension.
I don't mind this from Humble. They're just whittling down Pioneers and just almost
अबे जीटा वालों से पैसे खा के आया नल्ला।
It really is Pioneers who've got to make the move. The possession from second best is not an unusual thing to see in this circumstance, though. I kind of feel like it's necessary because Humble are really starting to run away with this. They're making it
क्या चल रहा है?
easy on the world stage.
This is 2 sets in a row.
पक्का ट्रोल कर रहे हैं। अरे भाई इस स्टेज में आके ट्रोलिंग।
Locked down from Humble, and Pioneers can just stand and watch and come out of spawn time and time again. It's such a disappointing performance from Pioneers so far. We need to question when they're going to wake up. When
मुझे तो अब ऐसा लग रहा है, कहानी बताता हूँ मैं। लोग अब तुम्हें ब्रॉल स्टार्स का लोर बताते हैं ना कि अरे
Certainly with experience.
सैंडी ने ऐसा किया, फिर वहां से ये हुआ वैसा हुआ, ब्रॉल पार्क में ऐसा हो रहा था। मैं बताता हूँ आज यहाँ की कहानी मैं बताता हूँ तुमको।
Felt like it's
तो हुआ ऐसा
North America.
कि
Show a bit more of a resolve than this. But
पायनियर्स और जीटा ने की डील
pass to Semantic and just
कि
get
तुम दो अपन दोनों पहुंचेंगे, सेमीफाइनल जीतेंगे और फिर फाइनल में जाएंगे, और फाइनल में तू हार जाना, इतने पैसे मिलेंगे।
right hand side.
बट
Straight into the arms of Lukey.
गलती से जीटा वाले हार गए,
Aggressive spot.
और क्योंकि जीटा वाले हार गए तो अब आगे की डील तो वैसे ही कैंसिल,
Like it.
क्योंकि सेमीफाइनल ही नहीं पहुंचे तो फाइनल में कहां से पहुंचेंगे। और इस दुख, इस इतनी बड़ी हार, इतनी बड़ी नुकसान फाइनेंशियल को देखते हुए इनने बोला कि हमको खेलना ही नहीं है, खेलना ही नहीं है हमें भाई।
places a kind of insurance as well, but Payne moving forward towards the cocoon, trying to get the kill on Lukey, and still nobody will secure that kill. 3 people tried, and he still lives.
बोले जीटा वाले जितना पैसा देने वाले थे उतना तो 3 वर्ल्ड फाइनल जीत के भी नहीं आने वाला।
Stacks there on that surge pick as well.
अब वो नहीं पहुंचे हैं तो उससे ज्यादा दुख तो इनको हो रहा है।
There, not going to pick it just yet. Pops a gadget as well, but it's got to connect the shots to be able to get his stacks higher. And now Lukey goes straight in, sees the opportunity, hypercharge there, slams seconds to the wall, and should be able to walk it in. Humble do it and get another goal.
इन लोगों ने एसएसजी को कैसे हरा दिया, लेकिन अरे बताया तो जीटा का सपोर्ट था, जीटा ने डील करी हुई थी कि पैसे की चिंता मत करो, अपन जिंदा है, हैट्रिक मार रखी है हमने, बहुत पैसा है अपने पास, स्पॉन्सर तो मरे जा रहे हैं हमारे लिए, इतना पैसा हमारे पास, हमने एक नहीं 2 टीम चलाई है, वही वर्ल्ड फाइनल से, और दोनों को फाइनल तक पहुंचा रखा है, इतना पैसा हमारे पास,
It's probably the best opportunity that
पूरी
we've
टीमें खरीद लेंगे,
all day long so far.
लेकिन हमारी टीम को नहीं हराना है। लेकिन एसके साले एसके ने पूरा प्लान की चौपट कर दिया इनका,
Everything in check. And Humble,
ये एसके वालों की गलती है।
why wouldn't they? It's Pioneers, they've got to make the move, and they just keep stumbling down. Every attempt to even leave the goal face is doomed.
Shots from Boss follow up, and second best trying to make a break for it. Gadget and hypercharge comes in from Payne, but it's still nothing. No kills coming in from Pioneers. Humble on lockdown, and now 1 set away from the semi-finals of World Finals in 2024.
हटाओ, चलो मैं नहीं खेल रहा। अरे भाई सीधे फॉरफिट कर दो ना यार, टाइम बच जाएगा भाई साहब।
And you can hear the crowd roar behind Humble as they've been flawless so far. It's hard to believe that they can't go all the way, but we've seen some crazy turnarounds in the BSC, and this is the World Finals. What better time
चल रहा है।
to see something
आई थिंक इट्स अ
Pioneers,
प्रैक्टिस
but it's very
मैच
difficult
बिफोर एन
really
रियल
to
मैच,
keep
ऐसा
your
क्या?
mind from what we've seen
अभी
so
पता
far.
चल जाएगा क्योंकि ये
It just
मैच
doesn't feel like
पूरा
the
सेट
chemistry is
पॉइंट
there.
है,
Doesn't feel like there's much really
ठीक है।
going on.
अगर ये लोग ये वाला सेट भी हार गए तो गेम खत्म है।
Pressure is definitely getting to them.
It feels like there's no. Oh, but look at this. That's what.
अगर ट्रोल भी कर रहे हैं तो अब क्लीन स्वीप करके बताएं तब मानू भाई।
Humble. Double
घंटा हो रहा
in this
क्लीन
set.
स्वीप।
Add 12 from Lukey, add 13 from Boss, and this is squaring up to be a
गलती से एक सेट जीत भी गए तो भी ठीक है, 3 सेट ना ना नहीं लग रहा, देख के तो लग ही नहीं रहा भाई। फॉरफीट करेंगे तो बदनामी हो जाएगी ना, इज्जत से हारेंगे वो लोग, क्या दिक्कत है? अरे भाई जिस तरीके से हार रहे हैं तुमको वो लग रहा है वो इज्जत से हार रहे हैं? अगर हारना ही हो तो ऐसा दिखाएं कि हाँ भाई गलती से हो गया, या फिर वी आर ट्राइंग। वो तो ट्राई ही नहीं कर रहा है, वो तो लगा ही हुआ है थम्स डाउन थम्स डाउन थम्स डाउन। वो कर क्या रहा है? इनकी हरकतें बच्चों वाली है, बच्चों नहीं कच्चों वाली है भाई, कच्चों वाली हरकतें चल रही हैं इनकी। अलग ही पता नहीं किस बात पे उस समय बता रहा हूँ, मैं पूरे तरीके से श्योर हो चुका हूँ कि एसके ने जो हराया है जीटा को, उस वजह से इनकी डील जो है वो खराब हो गई है, और पूरे सबसे ज्यादा पैसों का नुकसान इन्हीं का हुआ है। इस वजह से ये लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं। सेकेंड वर्स का वाईटी चैनल है जिसमें वो बस थम्स डाउन करता है और जीटा पिन दिखाता है। वाह, ब्रॉल एने रीजन शायद, फ्री विन फॉर हम्बल। अरे भाई फॉरपीट कर दो यार, क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो यार? देखो इनको ट्रोल ही करना था ना, हैंक लो, दम है तो हैंक लो। मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ ट्रोल करना ना, हैंक लो, बाकी सब चीज गई तेल लेने, हैंक लो। ट्रोल करना है हैंक लेके बताओ तुम तो।
Coming in for Humble, you know, is my favorite brawler on this map, has always been a lot of the time banned for good reason as well. He'll be taking that lane side. There's a mid still open here for Humble. Quite like a Sandy pick here myself, to be completely honest, but plenty of other options as well available to them. The Gus, yeah, like that as well, coming in for them. Good range, and we know what that shield can do, and it leaves a third and
चैट गोल्ड है, कौन सी चैट भाई?
to combine with that Gus shield.
पायनियर्स कौन से देश का है तो उसका जवाब दे तो दिया। पर्पल का चैट पढ़ो ना भाई, उसमें मैं क्या पढ़ूं अब? ऑलरेडी आपको आंसर मिल गया है, मैं फिर से वो आंसर पढ़ के बताऊं तो हाँ भाई एनए रीजन से है, यूएसए का बंदा था वो शायद बोला। अरे भाई इंट्रोड्यूस किया था तब लिखा तो आया था ना, अमेरिका यूएसए। उनसे अच्छा तो L1 के रैंडम्स खेलते हैं भाई। इनकी हरकतें देख के मुझे वो बंदा याद आ गया, टूफा भाई। वो टूफा दोबारा आया नहीं पूरे टूर्नामेंट में, सन्यासी ले लिया भाई ने, बोला खेलूंगा ही नहीं ब्रॉल स्टार्स। खेल भी रहा होगा तो भाई किनारे में ले जाके खोपचे में दिया होगा ब्रॉल स्टार्स वालों ने, बोले साले दिख मत जाना, कॉपीराइट स्ट्राइक मारेंगे तुम्हारे चैनल पे। बोले किस बात के लिए? बोले गेम के लिए ही मार देंगे कि तुम हमारा गेम खेलते हो, इसलिए सीधे स्ट्राइक, क्लेम भी नहीं देंगे, स्ट्राइक देंगे तुम। बोले दिख मत जाइए इधर वापस। पायनियर्स जीटा को हराने आई थी, जीटा हार गई, अब वो ट्रोल कर रहे हैं। ब्रश चूज करने का टाइम ग्रेटर देन गेम का टाइम। हाँ भाई अलग ही चल रहा है आज तो भाई। अब लिया है कॉम्प तो हराने वाला, अब कितना हराते हैं वो तो ही पता चल जाएगा। बॉस वाले हैं, इज्जत पानी पानी हो जाएगी, वैसे भी ट्राइब वालों ने नाम खराब कर रखा है। कहाँ है वो सेकंड बेस्ट? हाँ ये घूम रहा है दाढ़ी लेके, दिखा भाई।
There, Juan Carlos
अरे
Morales.
अरे
Look how close he is to level 3 already. He's getting shots. He's getting so many shots against the Daryl, and they're not even attempting to swap.
अगर ये लोग इतना ऐसा ट्रोल कर रहे हैं तो वाह भाई, ऐसी ट्रोलिंग टीम भाई मुझे दे दो, मजा आ जाएगा। मैं जा रहा हूँ वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स खेलने, ऐसी टीम चाहिए मेरे को सामने, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बस आए और हार के चली जाए, क्या मेहनत करने का।
Ready to fight off, and already 8 gems for Luki, and KCP about to pick up their first.
Humble have had a great opportunity in the mid to keep this control going as well. Semantic already getting some good value off the Daryl, was now second rolling in, finds there the nice little supply drop along the way and gets down boss.
फिर चालू हो गया, फिर चालू हो गया, साढ़े शर्म नहीं आती।
Being gathered in the mid. One more over to Humble and only one more away from a countdown. If you get a magic hand pull from Pale to Luki, that's the best they can hope for at the moment. But Boss getting some big taps. That gem there in the middle, Humble are not rushing towards because second is being a menace in their spawn.
Yeah, really tough situation now for Humble, locked in spawn with a magic hand waiting for them.
अरे उठा ला सिमेंटक भाई, एक उठा लो जेम,
Rotate to that right-hand side, but vision gear from
उसको रिस्क नहीं लेना पड़ेगा, उसका वो भी यूज नहीं करने वाला तो।
push. Now the hypercharge comes through, so many bounces, big stuff. That's
अरे वाह,
the magic hand used. Second best should be pinched down here, and especially with Semantic using this super as well. Almost level 3 secured, and one
उठा ले,
will secure it.
हो गया खत्म, गेम खत्म।
Start for Humble.
Seconds coming in now, has got support network behind him, but
ट्रोलिंग द ट्रोलर्स हो रहा है इधर
aggressive. There's not enough time from the mid here. Seconds low here as well. Payne needs to land.
भाई। क्लैंसी के सामने कोई बोल सकता है क्या? नहीं कोई बोल सकता है क्या क्लैंसी के सामने?
It's going to be a match point for Humble.
भाई मेरे को अपोनेंट में यही टीम चाहिए,
They need 3 sets straight, and they can't get a
मैं कुछ नहीं जानता, मेरे को अपोनेंट में यही टीम चाहिए हमेशा।
before
1,00,000 ट्रॉफी वाले बंदे क्यों ना हो, अपोनेंट में यही वाले लोग चाहिए।
It's now match point for Humble. Pioneers staring down the barrel. Something needs to change.
अरे घंटा नीड्स टू चेंज,
It is now
जल्दी खत्म करो भाई, घर जाओ अपने अपने।
the year's work depends on these games.
सीआर का मैच देखने दो भाई, तुम तो वैसे ही सीरियस खेल नहीं रहे, कम से कम सीआर का मैच देख लेंगे पूरा अच्छे से।
Already. Some nice takedowns on the side of Pioneers and a break there of the mid from Juan Carlos on the back foot for the first time so far, but Semantic pushing forwards there. The accuracy onto Payne. Second there, uses the opportunity to go in there onto Luki. Getting a lot of value for his time. A nice gadget as well with the tar barrel, but
करना क्या चाह रहा है भाई?
on the side of Humble. Payne has got the match
Brawl
point
Stars
as
bots
well.
फर्स्ट
Semantic
ड्राफ्ट,
gets the
सही बात।
second. Nice
बॉट्स तो अच्छे ही खेलते हैं भाई, मैं बता रहा हूँ, बॉट्स अच्छा खेलते हैं।
Better from Pioneers off the start. Second best rolls on in, getting the heals from Payne as well through this mid. Vengeful Spirits used yet again, and that's going to be his last one of this game. Over the right hand side, we see a bit of a trade between both the brawlers over there. Semantic yet to get to a level 2, but eventually getting quite close. Luki
एक शॉट में तो लेवल 2 हो जाएगा सिमेंटेक।
for Humble, but it seems to be all Pioneers so far. Second best round the flank, gets a knockback from the Gust shield.
हो गया लेवल 2।
Now the pinch starts to come in, and we might see Humble break out.
The second's been feeding really quite heavily into Semantic. Now the hyper charge from Payne connects to Luki, and Juan Carlos is there. The gems with Pioneers, but a nice reset there from Semantic. And it's not over just yet. They're sitting there, second just hovering, going to be going into his pocket. Not ideal, but when you're on countdown, it doesn't matter. Pioneers are doing work, but can Humble get a reset?
Semantic bringing Pancolos low. No more sandbags available, and second best pinned in the top portion of the map. Nowhere to run now.
कम ऑन सिमेंटेक,
Roll goes in, but Payne's gonna fall.
खत्म
Semantic has the super
खत्म
Carlos.
खत्म। क्या ट्रोलिंग है ये?
Second best goes low thanks to the kooky bumper, and he falls too.
उसका भी खोपड़ी तोड़ के आए हैं।
Running away with it.
खत्म भाई, खत्म
7
हो
seconds
गया।
remain, and for the Pioneers, it could be all over. There was a magic hand, but the HP is not going to be there. It doesn't connect, and the shield is perfect from Luki. And
वाह क्या ट्रोल किया है, क्या बात है, क्या ट्रोल किया है, तालियां बज जानी चाहिए। वाह, और हम इनके लिए दिल से ताली बजाना चाहेंगे, पायनियर्स के लिए। क्यों? इनने हमारा टाइम बचाया है। मैं कहाँ बोल रहा था 11:30 बजे हमको देखने को मिलेगा सीआर का मैच, लेकिन नहीं, दे आर वेरी गुड। वो हमें इंतज़ार नहीं करवाना चाहते, वो चाहते हैं कि हम अच्छा मैच देखें। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम्बल जो है बहुत अच्छी टीम है, ना ना, हम्बल अच्छी टीम नहीं है, इतनी भी अच्छी टीम नहीं है। मतलब अच्छी टीम है, लेकिन इतनी भी अच्छी टीम नहीं है कि 3-0 से जीत जाए, ठीक है। इसके लिए हम दिल से थैंक यू बोलना चाहते हैं पायनियर्स को। कि जीटा को इतना पसंद करते हैं कि अगर जीटा बाहर हो जाए तो मतलब वहीं अरे नहीं खेलना हमें, वहीं लोट लगा देंगे कि नहीं हम तो खेल ही नहीं रहे, नहीं खेलेंगे हम। सेमेंटिक चचा, ये लो एंजॉय। When teacher says everyone should participate, that one team be like, yes. प्रेडिक्शन करेक्ट बोलते हैं। प्रेडिक्शन की जरूरत ही नहीं थी भाई, काहे की प्रेडिक्शन की जरूरत थी? उनका परफॉर्मेंस देखो भाई, कल का जैसे गलत हो गया, मैं तो वो सोच रहा हूँ कल एसएसजी साला हारा तो हारा कैसे? कल कौन सी टीम खेल रही थी इनकी जो एसएसजी हार गई? वो उनसे भी पैसे ले रखे थे क्या? बोले बेटा हार जाओ।
Always there for the support and the whole squad, the synergy of everyone working in harmony. It's really very scary.
Very scary prospect for those looking on, and especially SK Gaming. They come off the back of a huge win against Zeta Vision.
हाँ भाई, कल तो 3-0 कर दिया था एसएसजी को पायनियर्स ने। हार्ड टू बिलीव, अरे उनके चक्कर में, हार्ड टू बिलीव के चक्कर में मेरा एक गलत हो गया प्रेडिक्शन कल का। वो बात अलग है कि पॉइंट्स तो पहले ही पूरे हो गए थे, लेकिन फिर भी गलत हो गया इनके चक्कर में। ये नल्ली टीम जीती तो जीती कैसे? अरे अंकल अंकल देखो पीछे लगे हुए हैं। बैठ जाओ अंकल, पीछे वाले अंकल बैठ जाइए, टेंशन ना लीजिए, बैठ जाइए। How many monthly finals did Humble win in 2024? भाई 3 जीत गई होगी, एंड द आंसर इज 1, एक ही जीती है। सोचो, और वो 3-0 कर रही है इधर आके। कल रेड बुल पी के खेले थे, आज स्टिंग पी के नहीं, आज वो मॉन्स्टर एनर्जी वाला लेके खेल रहे थे। वो स्पॉन्सर है इस टूर्नामेंट के। अर्पिता NA is equal to nearest airport, सही पकड़े हैं। या दिस वन एसके वर्सेस हम्बल होगा कल, और हमारी ऑडियंस फिर से सही हम्बल को जितवा दिया गया है। आओ एक और तीसरा पोल डालें, अब खतरनाक मैच होने वाला है भाई साहब। Was last completed at the World Final in 2022? Yes, 2022 is the correct answer. लेकिन पॉइंट तो मेरे उतने ही रहने वाले। CR versus Elevate. No hope from any region now. मेरी तो पहले भी होप नहीं थी।
My aspirations did not start well. I went for Zeta Vision over SK Gaming today, and it did not play out the way I thought. But for you, for Uber, and for Kenny, smooth sailing so far.
Not just smooth sailings today, might I add, but smooth sailings yesterday. 100% accuracy with us, which is a shame because being the predictions master that you are, I kind of expected a bit more.
I'm going to have to pull out some bold picks tomorrow to catch up, I'd say, because I can't catch up today. I'm going to have to go for the complete opposite of what's expected and cross my fingers. It's definitely disappointing not to see Zeta Vision go any further in the quarterfinals because they are the world champions at the current moment until we crown a champion this weekend. So very disappointed to see them go out.
सेकंड बेस्ट का लेटेस्ट वीडियो पे सब जाकर ट्रोल कर रहे हैं उसको। ऐसा क्या तुम लोग देख के भी आ गए? कैसे फॉल्स टू जीटा डिसअपॉइंटेड टू 5 मिनट में से 4 ने टोटम को वोट किया है। एक ने राइवल को। दिस इज सिमेंटेक्स वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स अपीयरेंस 4th। अब चौथा होगा भाई। यस 4th अपीयरेंस था ये। भाई मैंने भी राइवल को ही वोट किया है, राइवल ई स्पोर्ट्स।
Yeah, no, I really feel like, I said from the beginning, they elevate all that kind of team, which, could really stumble in that first day or just struggle going to the second. But that's because this is their first World Finals for the majority of them. It's just one of those things where you've got to be able to pace yourself, and they've been doing that pretty well. But it's crazy Raccoon Trap. I mean, they've got the most experience by far in this matchup. I mean, we've had one immense upset today. Are we open for a second?
I mean, genuinely all of the games throughout today are going to be so good, and that's the thing. Crazy Raccoon being previous world champions on their roster and a two-time champion Tensai as well.
100% CR.
For what is to come next.
My mom is kinda homeless. Hi. Hello there. What's up?
Rival esports matchup as well, and we touched a little bit on how well we think Rival are going to do in that matchup. Personally, I think they are going to drop down to the power of EMEA once more and reply to it and take that victory.
Well, we shall have to wait and see. Our next matchup will be Crazy Raccoon versus Elevate, the last remaining hope of North American dreams. We're going to be right back after a very short break, but you don't want to go anywhere.
ब्रेक आ गया भाई। Crazy Raccoon finished in which place in APAC? First? Yes, first पे। मेरा तो 1500 हो गया, अपन जा रही है कल सुबह आता। बाय 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 बाय। कल 3 मैच होगा, 2 सेमीफाइनल्स और 1 फाइनल। यस। I didn't got the legendary starter of what happened. If you are asking about the today's reward, then you have to wait. It will take around almost more than 12 hours now to get the current reward in your account, because they are having so many persons on the line. So one by one everyone be getting it, but you have to wait for it. It's not gonna be that much fast. When I reached 1500, so what is Elevate's former team name? Elevate का क्या नाम था? सिटी? मोटोमैमिस FA। मोटोमैटिस FA भाई, जिसको ने अभी तक नहीं हुआ पॉइंट्स वो कर लो भाई। अपने तो हो चुके हैं, तो अपने कुछ मिलेगा नहीं। चलो भाई, हम्बल जीत गई, मेरे 1500 हो गए। हाँ तो जा रहे हो सोने भाई? मैं CR का मैच देख लूं फिर बंद कर दूंगा, ठीक है? It didn't show me that I got it. I think this is because I refreshed the page the moment I got 1500 points. If it is showing 1500, no matter it is showing you in the animated form or not, if it is showing a tick on your reward, like here, if you can see it is already been ticked, that means you have already got it, no matter it is showing in the right side of the panel or not. So just go and enjoy. Nothing to worry about. It didn't get because there are a lot of people in their traffic in server. क्या बात? मुझे रैंक्ड स्टार ड्रॉप की जगह रैंडम स्टार ड्रॉप दे दिया ब्राउज़र वालों ने। वाह, उनको बोलो मेरे को नहीं मिला, खत्म। मेरे को रैंक्ड स्टार ड्रॉप नहीं मिला, ये नहीं बोलना जाके कि मेरे को उसके बदले में ये मिल गया। तुम जाके सीधे बोलो जी भाई मेरे को रैंक्ड स्टार ड्रॉप ही नहीं मिला, मेरे को रैंक स्टार ड्रॉप चाहिए, वो भी ले लो एक एक्स्ट्रा। मजे ही मजे, एक्स्ट्रा एक रिवॉर्ड। हाँ भेजूंगा सपोर्ट से, भेजो भेजो। 3 मिनट बाकी हैं, जब तक अपन भी चू चू करके आता है भाई। एसके वर्सेस हम्बुल, यहाँ कौन होगा? इन जाना एक प्लेयर है, उसने बी 6000 से ऊपर कर दी। नो विन ट्रेडिंग विथ 2-3 लॉसेस, -150। वाओ, वेरी डेंजरस।
America's golden child. We're going to head down to Banks to get this one rolling.
Thank you so much, Uber. Two teams have already been sent packing as our best of five show us who came prepared for the main stage. And of course, there is still more to come, namely our next quarter final. First up, a team that is looking to make a huge upset here on the main stage. It's Zeus, RBM, and Luffy. They are Elevate.
Elevate. कौन सा गेम मोड?
They are Crazy Raccoon.
भाई ये झाड़ू कट इतने फेमस है भाई।
Very much in their prime. It's Crazy
बोले
Raccoon here ready to
आपके यहाँ
and on the other side,
नेशनल आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए क्या करना होता है?
tested quantity, a lot less
बोले आधार कार्ड होता है हमारे यहाँ, जैसे पासपोर्ट होता है। आपके यहाँ क्या सिस्टम है?
from some really great
और अमेरिका वगैरह में तो पूरा नेशनल आईडी होती है, आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर होता है, उसके अंदर सारी डिटेल होती है। आपके यहाँ कैसा सिस्टम है? बोले हमारे यहाँ ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता, हमारे यहाँ झाड़ू कट जिसका है वो यहाँ का है, जिसके झाड़ू कट नहीं है वो बाहर का है। खत्म सिस्टम। अब बस इसी तरीके से आइडेंटिफिकेशन होता है।
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a team in Elevate who made great use of Luffy on the Kenji, especially to craft some very aggressive strategies that really worked around setting that nasty assassin brawler up for success. Elevate, they, I think in their game against...
अभी 09 भाई स्टार्टिंग में 2 मैचेस कौन जीता? एसके एंड हम्बल। एसके गेमिंग जीत चुकी है पहला, जीटा भैया हो गए बाहर। दूसरा जीती है हम्बल। वो कैसे जीती बिल्कुल मत पूछना, मैं नहीं जवाब दूंगा, बिल्कुल नहीं पूछने का कि कैसे जीती, बस जीत गई। ठीक है, दोनों प्रेडिक्शन गलत। कौन बोला था भाई ये प्रेडिक्शन करने के लिए आपको? किसको फॉलो करते हैं? चलो एक टाइम को मैं मान सकता हूँ कि एसटे को चूज नहीं किया होगा बंदों ने, लेकिन रियली पायनियर्स इतनी अच्छी टीम लगी आपको? जीटा ने हक दिया गया। देखो उनकी वो तो चलती रहती स्ट्रेटजी लास्ट गेम तक खींचने की, तो हाँ उनने लास्ट गेम के तक पूरा खींचा, लास्ट सेट तक खींचा, लेकिन हार गए। मैंने तुक्का मारा था भाई, तुक्का मारने से अच्छा किसी भी, नॉट एनी क्रिएटर, किसी भी क्रिएटर का जाके देख लेते तो आपको पॉइंट्स मिल चुके होते। हालांकि अभी भी आराम से आप कर सकते हो पॉइंट्स, क्योंकि एमवीपी चूज करोगे तो उसके 101 पॉइंट्स तो ऐसे ही मिल जाते हैं। वैसे अभी कितने पॉइंट्स हैं आपके? हाउ मेनी पॉइंट्स यू आर हैविंग इन टोटल?
one critical issue here on Canal Grand, which is that there are really only 2 lanes unless you play something that can float over the water. And Crazy Raccoon have already eliminated one of those key options. Angelo, not even in the consideration as a first selection out here for Elevate. We're going to be picking up that mo.
आप बताते जाओ, करते जाता हूँ MVP प्रेडिक्ट। MVP में तो किसी को भी दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उससे तो पॉइंट 100 मिलने हैं तो मिलने हैं। हारी हुई टीम को भी MVP दे दोगे तब भी तुम्हें 100 ही मिलेंगे, और तुमने एग्जैक्टली विनर को चूज किया तब भी भाई 100 ही मिलेंगे। वो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो तो सिर्फ देखो, वोट करो और हो गया काम। वो वाला सिस्टम है वो तो। 360। अरे भाई तुम बहुत पीछे हो यार, ऐसा क्या चूज करते गए थे भाई तुम? 1000 पॉइंट तो लोगों के कल ही हो गए थे, वो भी आधे टाइम में भाई, और आज भी पहले के 2 मैच में ही लोगों के 1500 हो गए। कल नहीं देखा था क्या इसने? देखता है नहीं देखता वो बात नहीं है, प्रेडिक्शन गलत की है ना, तुक्के मारे हैं भाई ने। थोड़ा बहुत भी अगर किसी का देख लेता तो सही हो जाता। हो जाएगा पर आराम से। अब देखो, अब करने का एक ही तरीका है, अगर अभी ये करना चाहता है तो एक ही तरीका है, अब बैठ के देखना पड़ेगा। अरे कौन है भाई लेट्स गो वाला, इतना उत्साहित? कौन है ये उत्साहित व्यक्ति? लेट्स गो। जा रही गलत तुक्के मारा है, इससे पता चलता है जिंदगी में आप कभी तुक्का मत मारना भाई।
Elevate already grabbing that blue star as expected and transferring over to this left side. They don't want to just take one side. They want to be able to own both the left and the right and push Crazy Raccoon back into their spawn. And so far it seems to be effective, but CR are grouping up around Moya. He's the sort of oasis of health thanks to these magic puffs that keep everyone alive.
Zeus also punished there by Stitapo, who has comparable range and double the health almost of that Brock. Zeus takes another hit here. Luffy has to constantly be moving. You'll notice the residue field on the left side of the map there. The poke damage has been good, and so Zeus has been able to move up a little bit more. We're going to see some pretty tentative probing for the first part of this round.
यार वाले स्ट्रीक बहुत खेलते हैं ना, को पसंद है।
As we see Tensai and RBM exchange. Still a 1-star lead here for Elevate, but here comes the hypercharge from Zeus. Looking for a bit of bonus damage. There's a kill.
And now easy. एक तो यार ये मुझे ना जीटा और ये सीआर, ये दोनों की आदत मुझे बड़ी बेकार लगती है। भले ही ये लोग जीत भी सकते होंगे ना, ये लोग खींचते हैं भाई मैच को लास्ट सेट तक। तुम लोग को लग रहा होगा जी भाई देखो क्या कॉम्प है, ये देखो ये तो हार ही नहीं सकते या ये जीत ही नहीं सकते। वो जीत सकते हैं, वो लिटरली जीत सकते हैं दोनों टीम में, लेकिन नहीं खींचना है इनको। पता नहीं क्यों, पता नहीं कौन सा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट या कौन सी ट्रेनिंग लेके आते हैं भाई लोग कि नहीं।
Excellent tanking play for Elevate over here as RBM was reduced to super low HP, but Squeak is bound to start coming around this right side. Everyone's closed in. They gotta get a kill.
And they win. भाई आपका मेन सोर्स ऑफ इनकम क्या है? भाई मेन सोर्स ऑफ इनकम इज RBI। इंडियन सीरियल की जैसे खींचते हैं। हाँ कभी कभी तो मुझे लगता है कि ये ब्रॉल स्टार्स की स्क्रिप्ट एकता कपूर की कंपनी ही लिख रही है।
Tenside's going to try a different creative way of getting around the left side, chaining up some of these shots, but no kill.
Moya steps up, knows one direct hit would have ended Luffy, but he's able to just crawl away. Now Crazy Raccoon have bush control here. You might see Elevate opt to split the map, but they want to keep Carl within attacking range.
100% vote CR. Obviously CR is a good team, भाई CR को ही वोट मिलेगा।
Position for Elevate to control because Crazy Raccoon had possession
even if it was for such a short duration. They're occupying this right side and leading by 3 stars at the moment. They're in a very safe
से कमाते हो
position. But
बैंक
once you let
से
Crazy Raccoon take control of mid, that's once again where Tensai on the squeak is going to become a massive issue.
Zeus backing up a little bit more now. Luffy playing cagily. Does have that tailspin at the ready. Carl has everything he needs to go in and dive, but against the squeak, that could be a dangerous proposition. RBM goes in. Shitapo disintegrates. RBM only able to find the one, but Luffy and Zeus follow it up, and Moya limps away.
He's still got that super though, so he's not looking too bad. Luffy does have a way of escaping from it. We'll see some rocket rain towards the right side. Just a preventative measure to keep Tensai from getting in. But this is history repeating itself. Game number 1 all over again. RBM's quite low on the left side. Pull for Moya, but Elevate still lead.
They're giving up the map though. Elevate are getting back towards their spawn, and Tensai now starting to posture a little more aggressively. RBM avoids most of this poke damage, but Zeus needs to be careful. He's marked up. Luffy wants to go in. Slowed up. Tailspin still gets him there. Tensai is felled. And Elevate have a 2-star lead heading into the last 10.
As long as Luffy stays alive here on the back right, then all should be good for Elevate. We gotta see Tensai on the squeak come around and close them in. RBM looking for the close range matchup on the left side. Kill on the Moya. Critical. Elevate, bring it back.
Right there. Classic is
आप निर्मल करके किसी को जानते हो? निर्मल निर्मल बाबा जिनकी कृपा हर जगह अटकी हुई है.
Once more, same gameplay. We see this squeak gradually move things towards the back.
यार की तो चड्डी खुल रही है. अरे अभी तो समझाया स्ट्रेटजी, स्क्रिप्ट भूल जाते हो भाई तुम. लास्ट तक खींचना है.
We'll see them also decide to swap some of these lanes over here. Tensai making concerted effort on the right side and getting the matchup diff actually on Zeus.
Okay. Luffy still walks out with a blue star. That's the difference maker here, as Elevate have that slimmest of slim leads. Shitapo getting aggressive here, but RBM is back off spawn, and Zeus has a rocket rain at the ready. Fire at will.
Elevate all alive and healthy here on the
निर्मल, सूरज, विश्वास, ये सब इंडियन ब्रॉल स्टार्स यूट्यूबर हैं. Wow.
As he gradually closes things in, occupying these bushes with the gadget especially. Luffy's marked, a super in, that's
RBM.
contact on RBM. And for the first time, Crazy Raccoon leading in the mid-game.
This is the decider round of this set, folks. Elevate to stumble, allow Crazy Raccoon to pick up some freebies, and that's a mistake they are always going to punish. RBM does not have super up, so no all-in available here to the Mo. Luffy does, but holds the blue star and needs to respect RT's up close damage should he look to engage.
It's going to be difficult for Elevate to play aggro here because Moya is ready to punish with a pull. Luffy, same
आप
deal.
collab कर लो,
Can't
मैं
catch it
बात
out
करा
because
दूंगा.
he has that super ready
क्या
to
बात.
go. We'll see a super in from Zeus, but no real damage on a Tensai, especially as it's all being healed up by Moya's magic puffs.
Okay, hypercharge here coming out from Zeus. The move speed is terrifying. Tensai's down. Luffy maybe overextends. Backs away.
कैसे वेस्ट कर रहे हैं भाई.
See Tatampo ready to push in once more on the right side. We'll see the same thing happen again.
Oh, they're coming.
Tensai storming the right side. Luffy definitely pinched. Zeus trying to fire down some suppressing fire, but Site Tampo shrugs it all off. Little lane switch here with the final gadget from Luffy. It's getting desperate. 10 seconds left. RBM going for the Hail Mary play. No kill. Yes, as he pops out of the super. Elevate still lead by just 1 star and takedown on Site Tampo. And Elevate takes set 1.
भाई YouTube तो आपका आधा डेड है. कहाँ से पैसे कमाते हो? यही डेड वाले से ही कमा लेते हैं भाई. मरे हुए की भी कीमत तो होती ही है.
The all-in there. An unpunished trade-off kills that gives Elevate the edge, and ultimately the set.
Such a near miss too, because we saw RBM push in with that Mo and actually had to bail before he could get that kill in the drill form. He popped out using the super and then got that final bit of damage for the kill confirming. That is what kept Elevate in the lead in those final moments.
See here, this is how that first round played out. Squeak hypercharge, pretty bloody good. But Elevate here can't heal, that's their problem. They led at this point in the game, but got completely stuffed into the corner of the map. It was a blue star difference to decide it. Then we start to see Elevate's game plan really play out. RBM goes in the dive, but he does so with full information, because Zeus spends the round using every super to break the bushes on the left side of the map. So Elevate can make informed decisions about how they go for that full commitment.
They don't want to push in on an enemy that they're unaware of, especially considering that they're playing in to Moya, who's holding on to this gene pull at all times, but when it came to critical times, we didn't actually see Moya hit that gene
डैड
pull.
नहीं है,
That
टाइगर
is
जिंदा है।
dangerous here for the
टाइगर तो
CR
अपना
squad.
खा पी के उसके बच्चे बच्चे हैं भाई।
Team over here on the left side,
अपना
though,
टिग्गू
CT
बड़ा है
Tampo
एकदम,
is RT. Didn't really
बहुत
make
बड़ा
too much
टाइगर है वो।
difference. RT is more of a safe selection over here. It also
टिग्गू
plays
है
a counter
टिग्गू।
to this Mo and also the Carl. He can't really push that RT, especially since he's going to always have that super out.
Now zooming out for a second, Crazy Raccoon, as good as they have looked, they have seemed to be more fallible than ever at this World Finals, and those are the reports coming out of the Scrimbucks exchange, what we've seen from them in their group stage, play dropping sets in both of their victorious games. They know how to play from behind. It's not been an issue. They conceded sets here and there, but eventually a team is going to come along who will punish them for every mistake so hard that Crazy Raccoon are unable to find an edge in order to get a set. This is a best of 5, so plenty of game to play, but Crazy Raccoon need to shape up.
When we saw Crazy Raccoon take some L's yesterday, when it came to the 2 sets they dropped against the 2 matches that
एलिवेट भी शायद आने वाली टीम है। हाँ,
play the current meta that they're not really too used to play.
उनने बोला ही हुआ है ना कि लास्ट होप फ्रॉम NA, obviously they are talking about elevate.
Mechanics versus draft. It looks like draft is winning so far.
Crazy Raccoon say, listen, we're going to ban every new brawler. All the new brawlers, not allowed. Illegal, actually. Punchable by incarceration. We have Kenji, Melody, and Mo all banned away, but guess who still sneaks through?
Angelo.
Snapped up here for Elevate, and it's perfect for Safe Zone.
He's going to be able to float over this water on the right side of the map, so he'll be immediately able to contest any pesky brawler pushing through on that right side. This could enforce a situation where Crazy Raccoon have to go for something themselves. Maybe they go for an Eve that's able to float over the water on the left side, because otherwise they won't actually have anything to contest that side. That's where the damage dealer for your squad is going to start sneaking in. We see that Colt is an entirely viable brawler here. Also note that Chuck is not actually banned. Colette is a brawler that can permit you to play this Chuck since she farms the hyper and the super off of him so effectively. So maybe that's the direction that Crazy Raccoon are gearing up for with their last pick.
Not always banned is Colette on this kind of map, but very effective, especially when your opponents are forced to defend. She cycles supers onto that safe, free damage that really can't be answered, especially if she's using mass tax to guarantee shielding should she collide with any enemy brawlers during that super. An 8-bit here, really solid mid, often see that picked up. Like you mentioned, Chuck is something that may be played around. Quite often, when you see that picked up, the opposing team realizes they might be priced into just all-inning, trying to race. Colt here is great. Silver bullet opens up the map
जिनको भी
for
लगता है ना
me
कि
to
एनिमे में जो दिखाते हैं
safe
कि
down from a very safe distance
बिल्कुल
also.
आंखों तक, आंखों के सामने बाल रहते हैं, फिर भी लोग रखते हैं, इनकी हेयर स्टाइल देख लो तो मैं यकीन हो जाएगा कि एनिमे में जो ऐसा बाल बिल्कुल आंखों तक, आंखों को सामने से झूल रहे होते हैं, वैसे ही रखे जाते हैं। तो वो गलत नहीं दिखाते हैं, सही दिखाते हैं। रियल लाइफ में भी ऐसा ही होता है।
Very, very typical. Not of Crazy Raccoon, but just in Heist in general, since Colette is usually so effective into the slow, high-health brawler. Amber, I think, is a great way to respond to the 8-bit because you can actually play at quite long range against him. And the Colette, too, we're looking at comparable range. That super is going to be great at getting damage on the enemy safe. And I think Amber should be able to defend against something super aggro in the final stages because I feel like Crazy Raccoon are really thinking about getting on something that just rushes towards the enemy safe.
Well, also, Amber, crucially, very good against slow brawlers. Brawlers that cannot strafe left to right out of her line of fire easily. Really struggle. Bonnie? Bonnie? What is this? We have not seen this pick for a long, long time. Again, a virtual sharpshooter, long-range brawler with the ability with that super to dive, to go all in, but this is an odd one.
I'm not a Bonnie believer out here. What are your matchups here realistically as a Bonnie? You're outranged and outsped by the Colt.
चक ले लें, अरे Bonnie लिया
When
भाई।
it comes to that Amber, she's able to simply burst you down because she's still a slow brawler. Now, the one thing that she does have though is she has quite a lot of health and actually make that 2 things. She's able to jump towards the enemy safe and lock in tons and tons of damage on that objective. So Elevator are going to have to consider whether they really want to send someone on recon, put someone permanently on defense to play versus this brawler. But when it comes to actually getting that super, I think she's really going to suffer.
She's not particularly fast either.
No.
She's quite a slow brawler. Again, with the right star power, black powder, you have pretty insane range as Bonnie, which is fine. But her fire rate, she only has one shot in the chamber. Right, so she cannot simply just like send off a number of shots if you need to spam someone down. She really wants to keep you at arm's length, which, by the way, is something that Zeus and Luffy are more than happy to do. Again, it's another bonkers, crazy raccoon draft here. But we've seen them do more with less.
भाई हो गया ना, स्टार्ट करो अब क्या, इतना क्या टाइम लग रहा है?
Dotting their I's, crossing their T's. They look great in the draft on that bounty map here. This is a solid one. I'm favoring them.
Elevate draft virtuosos they may be, but I really doubt they were considering a Bonnie as a potential final selection here for Crazy Raccoon because it's so off meta, it's so unusual, and I think it's unlikely to succeed here personally. But Crazy Raccoon, this is what they do best, is they take a losing matchup
Bonnie underrated है वैसे.
Here we go, folks. Headed over to Heist for our second set. And of course, Black Powder, Star Power picked up for the Bonnie. So long range is Tensai. Definitely outranges the Amber here. Luffy again, as we suspected, will play this right side of the map.
एक सेकंड.
Crazy Raccoon are being allowed to.
कहाँ है बॉनी, कहाँ है? अबे पूरा मैच ही चेंज कर दिया. अच्छा ये बॉनी इधर है. एंजेलो अंकल पानी में घूमते हुए. अरे भाई पानी पानी.
That gadget that he placed at the back left, we'll see Tensai completely laser taken down, and even trade here for Elevate. They're still being cautious about pushing into mid. Zeus is actually getting quite aggressive though behind this 2x2, and Moya is now up to his first super.
Yeah, Zeus really wants to guarantee a hit there by basically walking to point blank range. All right, here comes that damage. Zeus throws a super down. Damage booster still active here. Gotcha gadget used by Shitapo to try and punish this Angelo. And elsewhere, we have Tensai diving in on the Bonnie to pressure.
ये 81% करके आ गया से. Nice. 66% हो गया.
In order to deal with that, but they're really relying on Moya to be completely up. 100% uptime is what they need over here for the April.
Zeus here is a nasty angle. This is difficult to punish and dangerous for Moya to play into. RBM going to use the absence of 8-bit through mid to look towards Tensai to pressure him down. Here's Luffy, 3 safe damage. Couple of hits from Shitapo coming in though as Zeus will heal up, and now look at the safe. Tensai tried to dive, but RBM on defense is able to stand.
This is brutal from Luffy. Hypercharge and super in, but they cannot ignore Moya.
53-54. बहुत close.
Perch for 8-bit to lock in some of that safe damage. Elevate, now pivot back to mid to play control once more. They're only ahead by 1%. They have to hold on to this control in the final 30 seconds.
Couple shots there from Tensai, but Crazy Raccoon at a lead. Zeus with a hypercharge. Moya disintegrates though. This is looking bad. Colette out of the picture as well. Dive in from Tensai, looking to deal with Luffy. Fair enough, but Crazy Raccoon safe is down to 29%.
Tensai is going to lock himself in this back right corner where he has to be addressed. He's a top bow in. Whoa! Denied, but the ego still hits. 14% remains, and 5 seconds is not enough time for Elevate to get to Crazy Raccoon.
Oh, 0% को. Oh, last second में 0% भाई.
Rely looking very pleased with himself after that draft. Don't forget, Colette during hypercharge can be taken down midway through a super, but her ego will still go forward and back, damaging the safe. Basically, a Pyrrhic victory for Crazy Raccoon, especially for Shitapo there.
So Crazy Raccoon's strategy here was to play for that control, then they send Tensai and Site Tampo towards the enemy side. But Site Tampo is more of a late game selection here. Once he has that hypercharge and the super combined, that's when he can afford to go hyper aggro. But Tensai is always going to be playing that role. Just has to get a super first, but note that Elevate are playing so much more defensively, and it's actually going to cost them. Moya picks up the first kill.
They don't have a lot of map control. They actually switched Luffy to mid here. A position that he was losing horribly to Moya and Tensai as that Bonnie collapses through the left-hand side. Bonnie's an off-the-wall pick, but Tensai's been very, very conservative here. Taking minimal damage from that Amber, poking Luffy down when required. But Crazy Raccoon, despite an early lead, air quotes being used here, don't have any safe damage yet.
Elevator playing so timidly as well. They do not want to let Crazy Raccoon connect with the safe, and they do not want to feed this super to Moya, but he's going to get it anyway. He's got a perfect place to put it. Actually decides to put it more aggro on the left side. It's immediately tapped by Zeus, and goodbye, 8-bit turret. That was a hyper-aggressive placement.
Already dealt with. Moya's still a genuine threat in his own right, but nice. Bullet storm there from Luffy. That takes the 8-bit out of the equation. Zeus now wants to come forward as well, but they'll look to deal with Tensai. Nice dodge. Gets away from the Angelo shot and gets some...
भाई 80% तो वैसी करके आई जाती है वो.
This Colette who's back in mid and Zeus is forced to gadget away.
CT Tampo barely managed to escape by the skin of his teeth over here. We'll see Zeus consider pursuing him. Decides it's actually not worth it now, gadgeting backwards and allowing more room for Crazy Raccoon to dominate this mid area. They've only gotten 5% on Crazy Raccoon safe so far. They don't really have a real way of simply rushing towards the enemy safe like Crazy Raccoon does in his body selection.
And they're running out of time too. Ready, set. There's got to be a shift here for Elevate. Okay, hypercharged super from the Colt. That evens up the game. But Tensai's within striking distance of Elevate safe. And Luffy can't do much about it right now. Zeus has to gadget away. Would have gone down even inside that super. 3% separates these teams.
Zeus is still the guardian of mid. They need to get over 3% here to take the win, and they don't have much time to get there. Moya already 10,000 health.
LOL का भी finals चल रहा. अभी 550k watching.
Tensai, who's going to get that super on the safe. Elevate have to commit, but they cannot touch this thing. And Crazy Raccoon gets set too.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go. कौन है भाई इतना कौन excited हो रखा है?
Crazy Raccoon able to bounce back after a pretty average first set here with a crazy pick up Bonnie coming out.
Digital board लेके आए हैं भाई. Bro Tensai. अच्छा.
The Colette looks great as she always does on maps like this, and Tensai is
बढ़िया
such a
बढ़िया.
nuisance. Whether it's consistent, long-range poke, keeping the Amber honest, or diving in onto the safe, Crazy Raccoon.
आप लोगों ने एक साथ ही फाइनल्स करने का ठेका ले रखा है क्या? एक ही इवेंट कंपनी को दे रखा है जो बोले एक ही बजट में करवा दो भाई सब.
What happened over here against Elevate? They managed to draft something that enforced 1, 2, and 3 lane play. And then from there, they were able to hide behind some of these obstacles, especially against Angelo on that right side. Being able to float over the water doesn't really matter a whole lot when, well, your opponent is hiding behind the wall. And Tensai punches through all of that defense. Doesn't have to play footsies with the enemy side when he can just jump over all of them.
And great DPS in general from Elevate, sure, but you've got to understand, 8-bit has about 10k health. Bonnie, close to that. Even Colette has about 7.7k health. That is a lot to cut through when your Colt is like 5.5. Your Angelo 6.3, thereabouts. So much health has to be cut through on this Crazy Raccoon roster that you can do all the damage in the water, but if you're not securing these eliminations and manifesting map control as a result of it, you are not going to win the game. Slow and steady wins the race for Crazy Raccoons. We have an even series on our hands.
We talk about health, and you can really extend that health if you're able to dodge shots the way that Crazy Raccoon are able to. When we talk about mechanics, we're saying, look, this is a 3-button game. With Hypercharge, you got more. But if your moving is bad, if your shooting is bad, turns out you have bad mechanics. That is where they specialize. Dodging the shots, landing the shots. And we see a whole lot of dodging on that Bonnie. Despite her being slow, she's sure able to survive.
Yeah, I mean, we really undersold, I think, the impact of Bonnie. But that happens very often for any analyst trying to cover a Crazy Raccoon game. So there's nothing out of the ordinary. We're off to Bell's Rock. Next, it'll be knockout time. And again, no new brawlers allowed. Kit, Mo, Kenji banned by Crazy Raccoon. Elevate, similar. Also getting rid of that pesky tick.
RT for
नींद आने लगी अब.
Crazy Raccoon, the same approach that they decided
हाँ तो ये मैच देखने के बाद बंद कर देंगे वैसे भी. पॉइंट्स तो सबके हो ही गए हैं. बस ये मैच इंटरेस्टिंग चलता तो क्रेजी रकून को तो देख ही लेते हैं. क्या सो ही जाएंगे. कल का फिर कल देखे जाएंगे. कल तो वैसे भी फिर 3 ही मैच हैं.
RT over here that can split head from base, blocking about 6k damage in just a single attack, is going to be a pretty good way of defending versus a tank that Elevate are actually gearing up for with the Gus selection.
They're telegraphing something like that, right? Won't see it until the end of their draft here. But this strategy has had a pretty average win rate over the course of these last couple of days. I think in the previous series, as of the previous series, or the start of the day, Gus had like a 30% win rate, despite being one of the most picked brawlers at the World Finals. And Zeus again wants to go for the Angelo. Again, makes sense. It is that kind of long-laned map where you can find success, but again, look pretty average on heist.
Deviating from the plan would be a tall ask here, but we saw how that Angelo performed in the
कल
last
और
set, and
बेस्ट
it
ऑफ
was a
7
serious
फाइनल्स
struggle
में या
as he was trying to
बेस्ट
land
ऑफ
those
5
shots. It
ही
takes a
होगा.
long time to charge up each one. It's not like
पिछले
typing
उसमें
fire
तो
on
भाई
fire
बेस्ट
is
ऑफ
really
5 ही था.
level. You gotta wait quite some time. And once again, I'm seeing a very similar draft to what we saw in Canal with the Gene now.
Is RBM going to pick
ऑन
down?
रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट
really
कर
thinking this
ले
is a barrel
टीसीजी में और पैक खोलेगा तो बता दियो, मैं पैक पिक कर लूंगा एक कार्ड.
Against a pretty plucky Foot Esports, one filled with veterans that always is threatening. This is the last hope for North America. Elevate here, waiting for Crazy Raccoon around it. The picks to be a Rico to get them sorted.
Bit of an odd one here on Bell's Rock, considering that, well, it's a little tough sometimes to lock things in. Besides that mid lane, that's where you're going to mostly find the value here with Rico. With that Gene, also, I think it negates some of the thrower effects for Elevate, whether that's going to be viable or not. So Rico is permissible over here. We'll see Brock as a final selection for Elevate once again. So this is a sleeper pick that they pulled out on Canal. Actually wasn't so bad, but didn't really make many flashy plays out there. Didn't lock in a whole lot of kills.
Okay, so this is just a really serviceable mid to long range composition from Elevate.
Because there are better than so many gacha out there. Wonder pick होता है ना. कोशिश.
Making Crazy Raccoon, or at least making them think twice about trying to get that map control. All right, folks, we're one of
Chalo, let's go.
To knockouts as Crazy Raccoon and Elevate look to gain an edge.
Immediate breaking of this right wall, that's going to diminish the value that Rico can get over there. No issue. Tenside's going to go over on the left side, but he's not really using these walls to ricochet off of just yet, as Zeus is dancing on the edge of his range.
Tensai here always on any part of this map can be a threat. Starting to see it get broken up a little bit there. RBM blowing up some of the map so he can help Luffy collapse on that right-hand side, as Moya might not give him a man-to-man duel like Yellow Eyes would prefer.
आरटी तो ये परमानेंट लेके ही चलते हैं.
Luffy backed up here on the right-hand side, marked briefly by
आरटी जीनी ये तो परमानेंट रख के रखा है भाई इन लोगों ने. इसके बिना तो खेलना ही नहीं है. रहेगा आ रहा अभी उसमें. Wow.
Elevate their backs against the wall over here. They're just managing to march forward as they healed up some of that health. We'll see a gadget in. No real value out there. Tensai now has a super ready to laser. Bit of an odd
आरटी लेते ही हैं.
Here's a super in from RBM Moya on his last leg. Zeus into the poison.
Nice one.
For Sine Tampo on the
Great.
top right. And a round one for Crazy Raccoon.
You got to feel like that's not how Elevate want these rounds to go. They want to get pressure and turn it into map control based off their poke connecting. But Crazy Raccoon keep dodging, ducking, weaving, diving, dodging out of the way of these shots.
Elevate are simply playing Crazy Raccoon's game. This is what they specialize in. Elevate aren't really getting the draft diff. They're not able to bring Crazy Raccoon out of their comfort zone over here, and it's allowing Crazy Raccoon to actually thrive on this 1v1v1.
RBM would like to do a lot more than just keep Sitampo at bay, but he's just not been offered the opportunity. Zeus struggling against Tensai. As Moya just trends to the left to give that Magic Puffs healing back over the Rico. Elevate need to make a play. They can't just let this round get away from them. They need to be active participants here.
So far, they still have their backs against the wall, just like in the last round. Luffy does have the utility of his super available. RBM tried to get some on the right side, didn't manage to do much. Moya is equipped with the super. That's going to be dangerous. For Elevate, they don't have much health to work with, and they certainly don't have a way of escaping from a Gene pull. Moya is super low. Tensai, and with the hypercharge, a team wipe as he snaps to the right side to bring home game one.
That goes horribly for Elevate. They have to use a Gust Super just to keep them alive. They take too much poke damage from the RT, and they know if there's an RT gadget used, they will instantly be eliminated. So there's no choice for Elevate to use their silver bullet just to keep themselves in the game. Luffy's got to be kicking himself after that.
There's no synergy here for Elevate on these brawlers, on this composition, because Gus, what is he really going to be used for? He has that self-preservation of the super, but typically you're going to find your value from using that on a teammate that's quite low. That's just not how we see it being applied out here. This is not what this comp is tailored for. It is a series of 1v1s over here, and so far, Crazy Raccoon are prevailing.
It's a scary science for North American fans. They really need to get themselves into the driver's seat. They are currently having this match, or at least this set, dictated to them by these previous champions. Good poke, this is better. Moya under pressure. Vengeful Spirits though, staves Zeus off, takes him low, and Moya is able to avoid the shots from the Brock.
But Elevator, oh, what a gadget from Luffy.
Finally.
A man advantage for
Same
Elevator.
dialogue.
Super in from RBN. There's one, there's two. Tensai, the last one alive, trying to avoid feeding hypercharge.
Come on, charge super.
But he knows it's inevitable.
GG's.
RBM's got
Super
it
has
now.
been
Luffy
charged.
has his super, and Zeus also
मैं तो 4 बजे सोता हूँ. वाओ, मजदूरी करते हैं आप रात की. आप वॉचमैन ही बन जाइए भाई, पैसा आ जाएंगे. आईफोन चार्ज पे लगाऊंगा, फिर जब चार्ज हो जाएगा फिर पूरा यूज करूंगा 10% तक, फिर सोऊंगा. क्या बात है. आज में नोपी भाई साहब.
Super in from Tensai down that right lane. You see them gradually keep RBM and Luffy back. They have possession of mid, and no one wants to push it.
रात भर कुकी रन खेलते क्या?
On the left side, we see Zeus.
अरे
Against Site Tampo. It's gonna take shots to take him down. Zeus is looking for a
अच्छा इसलिए क्या? इसलिए आजकल साफ सुथरी रहती है रोड.
jump on RBM once the poison for his
कुकी रन तो छोड़ दिया. क्या बात. कुछ ज्यादा ही ट्राई हार्ड करता है भाई ये.
It's raining rockets. Chitapo able to walk out. Look at that. What a magic hand. What a pick up on Zeus. RBM's in trouble now. Another gust super to try and keep the Brock in the fight. And RBM's going to try and come forward. But Crazy Raccoon
Jeez.
will not be
Good one.
denied.
टोस्ट की वीडियो देखूंगा डेटिंग सिम की.
We saw members super low. Whole team came together to
ऐसा क्या?
keep him alive. That was into RBM's rocket fuel meant as a kill confirm onto that brawler.
अच्छे शौक हैं
Gets some
आपके.
synergy of their own, finally applying that super from Luffy for some good, putting it on RBM twice, but it didn't actually manage to do anything. And we also saw a near kill on the Tensai from Luffy there on the right side.
ओहो भाई भाई.
Unexpected kill on a Zeus out of nowhere from Site Tampo. Drops Elevate down to their final lives.
Set on the line. Elevate have to win a 2 versus 3 against, well, a combined 4 world champions on the side of Crazy Raccoon. Moya with the high
अरे
pass. Guarantee the pull.
ऐसे पकड़ के गर्दन से खींचा है उसको. बोले आ इधर.
And I don't think there's a fruit in the world that can give him an
आईजीएल देखा कल वाला.
Crazy Raccoon pops the super, but now knows it is over. Back
कोरियन
into the
डेटिंग
gas
सिंग
bags.
ये में.
And that's 2 sets for APAC number 1.
Crazy Raccoon enforcing their style of play out here, playing the 1v1s, and when it matters most, going for that synergy. But remember that this final round, even the one that was just played, was a cascading effect after a single kill that we saw from Site Tampo on the left side.
That is often what these knockout rounds boil down to, Ready. Getting a 3v2. It's really hard to lose those if the gas isn't already basically surrounding you.
स्टार्टिंग का देखा थोड़ा. दीपक कलाल बहुत ज्यादा ही ड्रामा कर रहा था, फिर छोड़ दिया. पुनी सुपरस्टार की एंट्री देखना तब मजा आएगा. Otis is my favorite brawler ever. Otis? Okay, nice choice.
Confirms the valuable thing that actually locked in the round, and when it came down to Brock actually utilizing that ability, team play came in to stymie that entirely.
And I think honestly, like that round that Elevate were able to win is a result of, I think Chitapo or one of Crazy Raccoon walking over a ghost, allowing an easy kooky popper pick up here. Tensai on the Rico with 6 eliminations and only 1 apiece for the entirety of Elevate. This set definitely felt like it was an uphill battle for the NA squad.
I mean, I really think that Crazy Raccoon are playing in their own dojo over here. They have enforced things to their will. They have molded this draft to go exactly the way that they want on these maps. And we focus on this as being the weak point of Crazy Raccoon. So what happens when they're the goats of mechanics and they also can bend the draft to their
अच्छा
will?
देखता
It's
हूँ.
pretty much a playground for them.
Exactly.
गरम
The main
जोन.
expansion from Crazy Raccoon. What will the answer be here from Elevate? They have one more chance.
Otis
to send this to
watching
a
the
win
new
final
Brawl
set.
Talk.
So their Ring of Fire play will have
Guys,
to be
Hank Clancy, I got a hypercharge and 2 stints supercell. Finally remembered I exist. I'm crying of happiness right now.
Now available in the draft, but Elevator going to have to utilize this as a 4-5 selection. They won't have the last laugh in this one. No last pick. So Kenji's on the table. Clancy, the crab, now coming out.
Otis was already having a stint before also. Fire Otis, normal Otis, and then the world final Otis, W Otis you can say. There are so many Otis 16 already. Then Oni Otis. How you can say they don't have enough stint for Otis?
It's entirely possible for the Clancy to
Supercell remembered that Otis existed, so they gave him 2 new stints and a hypercharge.
definitely a surprising one.
I think you are missing the point here. Otis was already having so many stints. Why you think Otis is being ignored?
To play a mid over here.
The only thing separating this from 2023 is what, a spike?
There are many brawlers which
Look like
actually not having more than 1 or 2 stints.
once more, Elevate don't get the value they're looking for out of it, but he's just such a great mid to long range brawler. The kill
Otis is still having more than 4 or 5 stints.
Lola will come out here. That ego really letting you fight a little bit longer on the point and increase your damage output. It's definitely
Repellings Duke.
Two brawlers from Elevate that should be pretty good in the tanks, and here's the Kenji, and now
Kenji Venji.
are out to play. So will it be Luffy that really stole the show with Kenji just yesterday, or will it be RBM Team Tank Specialist that will take the reins of the Sushi Master over here on the right side? Well, it'll maybe come down to which brawler is going to be more demanding, depending on the last pick out here. Surge going to be getting some.
Let's be real here. Nobody expected Stu to get a hypercharge.
counters to Kenji being tanks, right?
Every brawler is gonna get a hypercharge if you don't know. So why not to expect Stu here? And how they gonna do it? You should already seen the mutations. If you have seen the mutations of the brawlers, then you already know how their hypercharge is gonna be.
Kenneth Elevate's last chance to stay alive. The hopes of NA rest on their shoulders as we jump.
भाई तुम कब जाओगे वहाँ? जब तुम मेरे 1 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर करा दोगे मैं चला जाऊंगा भाई. करवाओ जल्दी से. The next update is gonna be about Star Park. It's gonna be Star Park related lore. And for more details, just come down to tomorrow. Tomorrow they're gonna give the details. I think so. Gonna give the details of Brawly Days, rewards, and all that stuff.
Get his first one just there. It's an awkward spot for the Clancy to be. He's trying to get some damage. Caught inside there, lose super stunned up. 3 damage for Moya as RBM heads home with his tail between his legs.
Luffy still trying to bait out some of the shots. Another super in, and the gadget pop to Luffy. So vulnerable, but remains alive or on the left side. Doesn't matter though. Moya has already managed to farm his hypercharge off of him, and RBM around the right side is being totally denied. Note that he's also running the dash gadget for RBM. On the back left, Luffy's trying to get on to see the tempo. Bested by the surge jump.
कैंजी के ऊपर 2 बार जंप मारी है भाई ने.
Damage and help Surge reload instantly.
ये भी शायद 5 तक जाएगा क्या? ना मुझे नहीं लगता. इसी में निपटा देंगे.
Very awkward matchup for the Kenji. Chitapo now flashing that super as well. Knows he can dodge away. Luffy has to use a gadget now. Maybe looking at Tensai, who just bubbles himself. And Crazy Raccoon look indomitable on this point. Elevates nowhere to be seen.
Crazy Raccoon, absolutely indestructible. On
We have Adventure Time, Ash, and Rosa
and that was the last
before
time
GTA
ever even
6.
thought about stepping on that point. The Lu, you don't want to feed it.
What about the Piper, Christian?
Because of the lanes that are enforced here, there's no real home.
Everyone wanted the Danny Piper. Why it is not here?
Into a corner. They weren't really able to get any tokens farmed up and get to that valuable second level where the damage and the
We
range
want Danny Piper. We want Danny Piper.
Proactive this time around. Chitapo still has a super. Luffy attempts to dodge it. Gadget gets him healed up, but Chitapo is chilling. Level 2 and a super available. RBM is cut down.
It's going to take a concerted effort to move Tapo out of this left side. He's actually just going to do it anyway. Because
How
it's
did
fine.
Supercell got away with making a JoJo Bizarre Adventure skin? For Maisie, not only JoJo Bizarre Adventure is an adult show and Brawl Stars is a kids game, but it's also illegal. Nothing is illegal. You haven't seen the side of Brawl Stars being so much adult.
RBM still with nowhere to really
The best example, the Paulette skins. If you haven't not seen the Paulette skin details, then you should not say they are
kill before they can actually
the child-friendly game or what they are.
just playing the slow control.
This surge, man. This surge is terrifying. Luffy gets taken down. Chitapo benefits there from Tensai.
Why did they bring back that exclusive ranked skin for Maisie?
Chitapo brings the Lola down and Luffy
It's a skin, and they don't want to be a child-only game. So that is why they need to try many things.
The super can get some synergy here with Moya. Might need to use it. Super in, pops it on himself. Luffy with a cycled super and slices, dices, decimates. Tensai, elevate, are persisting in spite of a match point.
जीवन मोटिस चाहिए अब उनको ब्रॉल स्टार्स फ्री में अवेलेबल है ना,
Kenji is so much clearer.
फ्री में अवेलेबल है लेकिन चांसेस बहुत कम हैं
Whether he's level
मिलने के। मिल गए तो तुम्हारा लक।
that fight and take one of the biggest weapons for Crazy Raccoon off the battlefield.
चलो फिर सेट है एक मैक्स 16 गोल्डी भाई की, एक मेरी, एक मनु की।
Game to go for him. It's got to be now. We saw Luffy and RBM both double stack that left lane. Improves their chances of getting something optimal. RBM playing around this 93.
Brawl Stars changed Paulette's age just because they sexualized Paulette in the Star 2 loading screen. Paulette is clearly a teenage, but Brawl Stars changed her age into 1920 because that we finally got a new skin for Max.
Do back there.
Yes.
RBM gets aggressive and Elevate finally get on the board.
What an excellent comeback here for Elevate. They've managed to get RBM almost to the gold tier. On the right side, Luffy is being quite cautious about feeding any more super to Moya, knowing how much of a win condition it can be. Luffy up to the skies. Excellent timing on that super. Tampo had the damage and he had the shots thanks to the gadget.
Yeah, that power shield is huge for Surge. Now Zeus and RBM, the latter flashing his super, generate a lot of threat here on the point. Chitapo falls and Elevate get themselves into the lead. Hold on, we might be looking at a set 5 at this rate. RBM backs up, Tensai shields himself. Here's another slashimi from Luffy and he gets rid of the Gus.
Tampo now hypercharged all the way behind, going for the deep route. Zeus trying to dispel him, knows where he is in these bushes, but can't really contest because the fight has been
70%.
brought all the way to Crazy Raccoon's side. Doesn't matter, the spawn trap is on. Zeus trying to stay alive, jump in from Tampo, and completely nullified.
There it is, another super from RBM. And
पांचवें साइड तक भी खींचेंगे भाई ये लोग।
But now, starting to bring things back.
Dude,
90% and counting.
ये सब लीगल इलीगल छोड़ो, तुम ये बताओ मम्मी कैसी है?
Luffy knows he just needs
Dude,
to
who will ever accept that Colette is an adult? There is no way she is an adult. In an skin, you can actually showcase any character in any age. There is no limitation on that thing.
It's bound to go the distance. Mechanics against draft. The Crazy Raccoon have proven that they have a certain level of mastery in both of these regards. But they mechanically denied the Clancy those levels for actually quite some time. But it
Do
really
you remember when Underworld Otis was leaked?
where we saw a
We have seen so many leaks, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be there or not.
Conservation instinct that was holding him back for so much of this set. Decided to come forward, feed a couple kills here and there. It was fine. Luffy was doing the same thing. Elevate around that.
The Sims are growing crazy with the new Willow skin.
Two loose ends to keep Crazy Raccoon more than busy
एकदम
enough
sweaty games हो रहे भाई।
this lack of self-preservation
देखो,
should be a key takeaway for Elevate.
स्टार्टिंग से हम बोलते आ रहे हैं, आपने ध्यान नहीं दिया शायद,
Been vocal about is his
कि
frustration
जीटा के मैचेस और सीआर के मैचेस
run at you.
भले ही कितना अच्छा क्यों ना खेलें, ये लास्ट सेट तक खींच के लेके जाते ही हैं।
That's their weakness. It's quite late in the game to really be discovering this.
कौन जीतेगा
Gotta
CR
apply
या
that knowledge
Elevate?
now. Doesn't matter.
CR को
Insights
हमने
still
वोट
picking up
किया है
tons of
CR.
kills in spite of the matchup
CR
mismatch.
भी जीता जैसे हक देगी तो मजा आए. वाह क्या बात बोली है. देखो हमारे पॉइंट्स तो हो गए हैं, आगे ना आगे, लेकिन इनको एक सिखाओ भाई, जल्दी खत्म करा करे, नहीं जबरदस्ती के लास्ट सेट तक खींच के लेके जाना होता है भाई. अगर हारना भी है तो आराम से जल्दी हार जाओ, पर नहीं, हम लास्ट तक लेके जाएंगे.
We're looking at former world champions over here on Crazy Raccoon.
Why they are so much emphasized on this thing that last hope for America, last hope for America. Even if they lose, it's a game, bro. And why are you dividing each and every team and appreciating only one team who is from America? Like making it sure that one team is from America. Why? किस बात के लिए तुम्हें सपोर्ट करना है कि होना ही चाहिए एक अमेरिका की टीम उधर पर? नहीं चाहिए, नहीं खेला अच्छा, बाहर हो गई, इसमें क्या है? पायनियर्स को किसने बुलाया यहाँ पे? न्यू ब्रिड पायनियर्स. ट्राइब ने पैसा खिलाया. अरे ट्राइब वाले इनके डायलॉग्स मुझे नहीं पसंद आते भाई. पिछले बार भी मैंने बोला था, इंडिया की टीम जब पहुंची थी तो ये ट्राइब वाले ही हूटिंग कर रहे थे. वो कर रहे थे, वाह, जब हार रही थी रेवेनेंट उधर पे बड़े खुश हो रहे थे भाई ट्राइब वाले. जीरो इज्जत. From dope star, is that you? 15 points completed. Yes, everyone has completed. What are you doing, brother? इस बार खुद ही नहीं पहुंच पाए. अरे ओवर लोग हैं. Let's go, bro. Again केंजी बेंजी आ गए. लास्ट सेट है, नाम बदल के ट्राइब ही आई है. Squeak is the most catchy brawler. Wow, bro. Janet.
And Janet has the potential to also scout up the bushes because of her gadget and also a star power swap if she wants to sacrifice the time that it takes for a shot to focus in exchange for vision on those bushes when she supers.
That is fascinating. That's right, stage view will allow her to reveal bushes around herself while she is flying. Also, if she were to come across the gem somehow, she'd be dominant and be able to keep them away. Draco picked up for Crazy Raccoon. What a pick!
Definitely unusual.
Almost
never ever.
Draco ले गया.
He should have some survivability against this Kenji though. We talk about what are Kenji's actual counters? Well, in a word, tanks.
Bro likes spit.
Huge self-preservation abilities.
इसके बाद end. Yes. इसके बाद end. मैच खत्म, काम खत्म. जाओ फिर सो जाओ और क्या, 12 बजने लगे और क्या.
Elevate, have they walked into a hard counter to the Kenji? There's only one way to find out. Help from beyond cleared pretty quickly by those Janet's shots. Zeus and RBM grouping up, giving up the left-hand side because they know they can't deal with Draco in the bushes.
CT Tampo also playing on
the search uncle और ये कर क्या रहा है?
Zeus is going to get some scouting around the left. Definitely running that +1 to make sure he has a few more gadgets at his disposal. Knows that Tensai's coming up, but doesn't have the damage to actually dispel him, and Tensai gets free positioning.
Right, Tensai dives in, not able to stay alive, not inclined to use the last stand gadget or didn't have the opportunity. Regardless, it's Elevate now with an advantage. A slim one though, as Moya evens the score. Remember, this Tara Super can break open the bushes on this right side of the map, make it dangerous for Elevate to play there. Tensai again goes for the gadget. This time it pays off. Zeus must take to the skies after recovering some gems.
Got some pretty decent value on the Site Tampo. Luffy on the left side, definitely risking feeding super to Site Tampo, but at the same time, falls to Moya. All 7 gems on the field belong to Crazy Raccoon.
Here's Tensai in super, last stand popped as well, but Luffy's able to deal with him. A lot of map control though, given up by Elevate here, and they're behind by 4.
भाई मैप कंट्रोल तो मिल गया. अरे उसको सर्ज को खींच के क्या ही कर लोगे.
Zeus able to push up now. Luffy needs to get aggressive. He needs to find Moya. Where is the Tara?
They know she's on the back left somewhere. RBM's going to try and scout him out. No real contact. Luffy has an idea. Moya's revealed himself, but they can't push through Sita Tampo on the left side unless they risk giving him a super. Luffy's going to give it his all, though. Super in, right on top of Tensai. Super from Moya at mid. RBM's still alive. It's him and Zeus, but this next gem belongs to Moya. They will be able to take down Tensai.
उठा उठा. अरे भाई.
And he's forced to back up.
9-9 हो गया. अब तो भाई 2-3 gems एक्स्ट्रा उठाने पड़ेंगे. ओ भाई उठा के ले गया. हो गया काम खत्म हो गया.
This Draco was pivotal for Crazy
Here you got
Raccoon.
the legendary star drop.
For a pretty serious duration. And as a result, Moya could just sit
Yeah, Draco kind of counters Kenji. Draco is countering each and everyone with the help of that gadget,
so much damage.
which help him survive in 1 health, single health. The Italian mafia is after me. कौन है ये लोग, कहाँ से आते हैं?
Draco, Tara, Surge, all of them problematic to deal with. Tensai realizes not worth to use the gadget there, so Luffy gets his. Boombox is annoying. Will reveal the bush for a time, which Tatampo quickly nips that one in the bud.
He's trying to use his wide slash to get some damage on Site Tampo without risking feeding him super. But it feels like an inevitability. Tensai on the backside. Pretty serious damage on RBM, but the gadget expires before he can lock in the kill.
Magic hand available here for the Gene. Moya spotted there. Vision gear, of course, up. What a dodge away from that Tara Super. Luffy's able to get 2 gems to his name. Tensai, though, will survive. Low. Luffy comes in with Super. Tensai finds 2.
ओ भाई, almost 2 लोगों को चटका ही दिया, तो तीसरा भी चटका ही गया. Oh my god.
He went for it, but Moya had the support from beyond ready to go. Luffy's going to try and push him now, but has to be aware of the positioning of Tensai. Forced to go in, but he's got a super now. Looking for the damage on Moya. There's 1 slash. There's 2. All the way to the back. Doesn't matter if he dies, but he still has fed the hypercharge and the super to Moya.
Hook there, Shitapo caught out again. Now map control for Elevate. Help from beyond pops so Moya can dodge any potential supers from the Gene. Here's Zeus lighting the map up. Tensai mostly being ignored, and Moya is down to 762. Almost catching on was Luffy, but now Tensai's a problem in that super form. Burns Luffy down. 9 gems for RBM though.
Moya's got to get 4 more gems here. He's going to go for it all the way to the back right. RBM's just out of range. Zeus trying to defend, and the hypercharge and super available for the Gene over here. Another pull. Moya at mid. He's going to have to defend Luffy. Manages to pick up the gem, but all of them spill onto the ground. Luffy with a 2-piece.
भाई इनको लास्ट तक खींचने में क्या मजा आता है भाई, मेरे को नहीं समझ में आया अभी तक. लास्ट तक खींचते हैं.
That'll be enough to win them the round. 5 seconds remain. But the zoning is too good for Elevate. Crazy Raccoon will have to let this one go to double match
Last
points.
to last. To last. I'll see you when you grow up. Just say, I am just a kid. I am telling Larry and Laurie, Melody just going in jail for 30 years.
The harder they get knocked down, the quicker they get up. Elevate. They have grown over the course of this series.
अब बताओ.
Now they're gonna land the plane.
Tell me, who's gonna win?
To the top of the map, but Tensai
What do you think?
is dealing with Luffy
Which
right
team
now.
is gonna win?
Doesn't want to pop a gadget for that, can't blame him. Elsewhere, RBM deals with Moya. 3 gems, and they're spilt. Now Luffy tries to get away. Another super. Chitapo has the super to get away, and Tensai has the elimination. Zeus only 1 gem, RBM 1. Elevate walk away with 2 in total.
Bad business though. Tensai managed to come around the right side. He's gonna have to be scouted out by RBM. Getting dangerously close. Has the super to get bonus
हम्बल ने
damage.
फटाफट
RBM
खत्म
really
किया,
play
कोई
here.
तो दिखाएगा ज्यादा गेम
Fall on
प्ले।
the left side to Moya, who's now sneaking up
अरे
in the
भाई
back.
हम्बल ने
Stuck by
जल्दी
Moya.
खत्म कर दिया, उस
Stuck by
चक्कर में
Tensai still
कितना लंबा
alive.
ब्रेक लिया उनने, देखा
Does
तुमने?
manage to get the kill. Super in.
क्योंकि
No
उनको
contact.
उम्मीद नहीं थी
Moya
इतने
gets
खत्म
sacked.
होगा,
He's gonna return.
Moya can pick up
तो
that
जीटा
gem.
वाले तो चले गए,
Get Crazy Raccoon ahead.
क्रेजी
One
रकून
final
वाले
two
सो रहे
minutes
थे,
lead.
बोले हम आराम से
We're
आएंगे।
gonna have to allow Elevate to have at least an equal game here. Janet now has the gems. RBM can go more aggressive to get that vision to line up these pulls. Luffy pulled himself into the Moya super.
Assistance required on the right side. RBM's gonna need some help with Tensai over here. We'll see Luffy
अरे
trying
उठाना
to
भाई,
see
तेरे
the
मुंह
top
के
of
सामने
Elevate.
पड़ा है वो जैम।
Damage on a Zeus and onto Luffy, but Elevate all gravitate towards his right side. Tensai going for the big play. Zeus towards the skies. RBM left all alone. A little more damage on a Moya. Sitampo looking for gem number 10. Luffy's got to contest.
He can't. Sitampo back over the wall. Okay, countdown secured now. Elevate lose their gems. Luffy trying to go deep here, but Tensai ignores him as Moya throws down.
भाई मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना,
And Crazy Raccoon.
मैं बता रहा हूँ, ये जबरदस्ती खींचते हैं लास्ट के लास्ट सेट में जाके। कैसे, मतलब पता है हमको कौन जीतेगा, पता है, इसमें नया कुछ नहीं। स्क्रिप्ट ओले हेलो व्हाट्सअप, बढ़िया है, अच्छा खेला पर एलिवेट ने। कभी कभी मुझे शक होता है कि सामने वाली टीम अच्छा खेल रही है या जीटा और सीआर अपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, अपने वैल्यूज को फॉलो कर रहे हैं कि लास्ट सेट तक खींचना है। 3000 पॉइंट्स हो जाते। अरे भाई मैं बता रहा हूँ, पूरे 5-6 हजार पॉइंट्स कर देते हैं अपन तो। आजा फिर आईपीएल पे लगाएं। किसको देना चाहोगा? टेम्पो वाले भैया को दे देते हैं। टेम्पो वाले भैया ओपी। टेंसाई को लोगों ने वोट दिया, हम टेम्पो वाले भैया को दे दिए। खैर जो भी है, अभी भी हमारी प्रेडिक्शन सही चलते हुए और हमारी ऑडियंस की प्रेडिक्शन भी सही चलते हुए, यहाँ भी लोगों ने 14 वोट किए थे और 100% वोट क्रेजी रकून को गया था। भाई साहब, CR क्या बात, हो गया 1500। भाई हमारा 1500 तो कब का हो गया, वो तो पूछो ही मत। खैर जो भी है, चलिए आज के लिए इतना ही था। हालांकि अभी एक मैच और बचा है, लेकिन बहुत लंबा चलेगा वो, क्योंकि अभी फिर ब्रेक ले लेंगे, तो इसको हम करते हैं बॉन्ड। जेम्स बॉन्ड कर रहे हैं हम इनको। जाओ सब लोग सो जाओ। गुड नाइट, टेक केयर, हैव फन, एंजॉय। बाय बाय गाय, टेक केयर, हैव फन। मस्त सोने का। कल देखेंगे पूरा, कल पूरा ही देखेंगे, क्योंकि वैसे तो 3 मैच है, लेकिन अब बेस्ट ऑफ 7 भी हो तब भी पूरा ही देखेंगे, टेंशन ना लो, कल का पूरा देखेंगे। अब वो भले ही वो 1 बजे खत्म हो या 12 बजे, लेकिन आज का तो भाई लास्ट का देखते हैं क्या ही होता है। ठीक है, कल पता चल ही जाने वाला है। तो चलो बाय बाय, हैव फन, एंजॉय, टेक केयर एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। सी यू ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम।